And girls, welcome to Onward Master League. League nights, league action, league fun with your host, Lonely Viper, and the one and only Radarhead from ESL fame.
Okay, you said league a lot just then, Viper.
Yeah. You know, we gotta make sure the world knows there's a league going on for Onward, and that's totally a thing. It's important.
Also, now that we've started, you've just raised your energy levels like 100, like over 9,000.
Oh no, how do we come back from this? I don't think we
don't.
can. No, I don't think
It's
we
too
can.
late.
Do you know, one thing I've just had to accept is that we'll never have the chemistry that you and Bowie had.
Very few people do, Viper, especially with clothes on. Not that I have any clothes on, because this is virtual reality and you can't see me. So.
Well, that is true. And let's be fair, we're looking at putting webcams for the casters, and we'll get you a green screen, and you know that way you can be part of the action.
Wait, does it mean I have to wear clothes?
Only from the upper torso onwards.
Yeah, I'm not down with that.
Oh, come on.
Okay, but listen, it's as long as you pay for a suit. I need like a green suit so I can be part of the green.
I'll get you a green morph suit. I think that's what would really bring out your eyes.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Anyway, so today we have boss fight versus beginners. Two teams who started out the EU League. When they started the EU League, they were the only two teams in the EU League, and therefore played each other 19 times, I think, in the first season. Beginners didn't win a single one. Now look at Beginners. Beginners are one of the best teams in the world. They went to the Invitational. They've been champions of the entire league last year.
Yep.
Previous season. So there's a lot of history between these two teams.
Yeah.
A lot of history. A lot of spilt blood. You know?
a lot of spilled blood. It's like a Bloody Mary. So come here, quick thing. Is it worth mentioning as well the recent transfer that boss fight had?
It is definitely worth mentioning that. So, do you want to take this one?
I'm just gonna get set up. So if you don't mind taking this one away, and then I will be right back to you.
No, why don't you take it?
No, why don't you take it? Okay, fine. So,
so listen. So,
okay.
So basically, there was one of boss fight's newer players last season. Woods came in, made a big difference to the team. Kind of gave us a lot of energy. Gave boss fight a lot of energy. Gave the team a lot of gusto. He was there. He was active, coming up with plays, setting up games. His brother plays for beginners and has done for a much longer time than Woods had played for boss fight. And at the start of the season, beginners asked him to join their team, and obviously, you know, he gets to play with his brother, so he made a choice, controversially, and has jumped ship, so to speak, and has joined beginners. To play with his brother, it makes sense. I don't know, I'm sure boss fight completely understand. There doesn't seem to be any animosity between them, but it just adds to the drama, you know, and the history that these two teams share.
Yeah, I don't think either team was particularly phased by it. You know, I mean, to be honest, it probably seemed like a natural thing that you know, like that Woods would join his brother Woods on beginners, and you know, it's kind
of Woods,
and
it's
I
great. They both have the name Woods, which just makes things confusing when they're playing, which I love.
Yeah,
I love that they're both called Woods.
But you know what? Now it makes it way harder to determine which one of them is the budget variety and which one is the, you know, premium variety.
Yeah, I don't really want to go down that route, just because I feel bad no matter what I say.
There's just no winning with some people. But you know what? At this rate, they're gonna have a forester real soon. I had to say it. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I had to
Woods.
do it.
Can't see the trees for all the woods.
Cannot see the trees for all those. The server is now up. If you want to join in, the code is in the Discord.
Viper, once again, it's a pleasure to be casting with you on this fine summer evening.
I just think, you know what? I'm so glad we got the band back together. I'm thrilled by it. I just want to give everyone a little heads up now that I've joined the lobby, and Smoil's harmonica is playing the tune of beginners. It's ringing true through the lobby.
I think I've connected to the wrong lobby. There's no one here. Have I bugged out?
You may have, yeah, you definitely connected to the wrong lobby because the host is Scorpio.
Yeah, no, I connected to the right lobby, but it's bugged out. How do I leave this lobby?
If you press the escape button.
Nope.
Or
doesn't do it.
Press enter and then find the escape button. You should be good to
go. Okay. Well, I'm in the game.
If you're in the game, then press enter to go back to the thing.
Yeah, but enter makes me go into the game. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, technical difficulties.
Radar's experiencing a slight brain fart.
I believe I shall restart the game. That'll just be the easiest solution where all are concerned. Please ask them not to begin. as I attempt to reconnect. I'm certain I joined the right channel in there.
Gentlemen, this is your neighborhood caster speaking. Please don't start until Radar has rejoined the lobby. Thank you. Okay, so the players have been advised. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to update the maps and the teams, because this is not Globochem, this is beginners. Or, yeah, that's the one. So I'm just going to update our overlay for today.
Overlay for today.
The overlay for today is showing a boss fight versus beginners lineup, and it's going to be fun, ladies and gentlemen.
So beginners and boss fights, arguably the two strongest teams in the European League right now. Beginners having won the European League the last 2 seasons in a row. Boss fight taking the season before that, I believe. So to see them matching up in the first game of the season is quite interesting, and it's climactical considering it's the first game of the season. You know, it's like, are we climaxing too soon? Maybe some might ask.
I think we may be we may just be reaching the precipice of this roller coaster before we're ready. But you know what? We're starting it off with a bang, and I think that's important.
Yes.
But you know what I have as well to show to people, like to get people hyped up, right? We had an amazing game last night featuring Silent Purge versus Lemon Squad, or Lemon Parties they're commonly known. And I gotta say, really impressive match, pulled out of the bag. A lot of people had SP down for the win, and there were some crazy things that came out of that game. Let me show you. I'll bring up a little replay here. If we bring up, for example, let's look at Downfall. This was cast by Nightfire last night. Forget the audio that's kind of overlapping. We can see a lot of action here. I'll just let Nightfire's casting take it away.
RP right above him,
replay.
Wow, that's 3 for Solo. He's doing work over here. Silent Purge are in so much trouble. RP knows he's here. Solo pushes out the second story. Wow!
Oh, bear with me.
Okay, there we go. No, that's good. I can't.
Are you in the lobby? That's fantastic.
The MVP of the round, Solo right
just
there.
Just FYI,
doing
we are
some
still
work,
live, we're
doing
still
some
audible, so we can
damage.
talk about it. I'm just showing how Liquid Squad, Lemon Squad won that round. Returning their title card. That's just to get you guys hyped for today. Is what could happen. Our first map of the day is going to be bizarre. It's going to be weird. It's going to be special, and it's going to be fun. So you guys, ready the hell up, because boss fight
is online.
Boss fight are going to be taking it to Lemon Squad on offense on Bizarre for the first round of map 1. Boss fight versus beginners.
And by Lemon Squad, by Lemon Squad, he means beginners. So.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was still looking at the replay. God, that was a good replay. I mean, did you see that yesterday? I have the replay for later on when we have a bit of downtime between rounds. I have that solo 1 versus 5 replay on Cargo. That was pretty amazing.
Insane. I mean, okay, one of them was a friendly fire kill, but still, great play.
But you know what? He caused the confusion that led to that. I would give him that kill.
No, absolutely. Absolutely give him that kill. It was still 1 versus 5, and he won. So, ergo, 1 versus 5 victory.
Yeah. Just, you know what? He did something special that day. I think he just created that like kind of hope that anybody can have in that situation, that they could actually pull it back from the brink of disaster.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just keeps the dream alive for anyone watching, especially... Well, it didn't just keep the dream alive, it destroyed Silent Purge's dream, because they were on the losing. They were 3-2 down, so...
Yeah. They were not happy. And then there was another insane moment, and again, I have this ready for action replay. We have, for the first time ever in the league history, a draw on Suburbia.
Wow, I didn't even know that was possible.
Yep.
I think most people didn't realize it was possible.
It shouldn't be possible. The developers had a little bit of a heart attack when they saw it happen, because it shouldn't be possible. But ladies and gentlemen, it was possible. A member of Lemon Squad capped the objective. They came from 3-0 back to 3-2, and they capped the objective on that South Burning bungalow on Suburbia. While also getting simultaneously shot. The scoreboard in the lobby on both teams reflected 4-4. So it was a draw, and it's never happened.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was down to the wire for both teams all night long.
Lemon Squad making the impossible possible since 2018.
Yeah, I think they need a new slogan, something about impossible.
Impossible. No, you need to include lemons or zest or citrus somewhere in that.
Bringing a zesty party to you. With a .org
making the zest possible? No. We'll work on it in
maximum
the downtime.
Zestiness. Maximum zestiness.
So right now we're waiting for Louisms. Who is Louisms? That's a name I don't recognize.
Louisms. That's Smoils. He likes to
Smoils.
He likes to mess with people. He likes to mess with people who have dyslexia and changes the letters around his name, and it's like, hey, have you noticed anything different today? They're like, no, I don't know. What's your name? Did it happen? So, yeah, he's a nice guy.
So Smile's one of the most creative players in the league. A creative individual by outside of the game and inside of the game.
Yeah.
And a wonderful, talented artist.
A brilliant artist. I would love to display some of his artwork. I don't really feel like it's viewer friendly though.
Some of it is. Most of it isn't.
Some. I'll tell you what, we've got some downtime. Rather than eating clock, why don't we show people that 1v5 solo replay that I've got sitting on here. So as you see here, a couple of minutes in.
1v5 solo.
1v5 solo. Solo managed to tag a guy on the left side behind the container.
RP gets team killed by Buxton.
I think Nightfire is the casting of Nightfire, and the guys is also over this, so I don't want to talk too much over it. But I think it's enough to say that, like,
this corner, he's gonna get
just
shot by Solo.
wow,
Solo might be
such
able
an
to pull something
amazing
out
game.
here. Doesn't grab
If we look at this here, we can see Solo's positioning. I mean, before he even started this offense, he took the time out to confuse his opponents. He went and he found like he just made a lot of noise. He used smokes, he used frags, he salvaged. He was really clever, and he just makes pick after pick after pick and takes Buxton down finally then for that 1v5 thrill. And it's just wow. How did he do it?
Well, listen, there's obviously a lot of skill involved there, but you know, it takes a lot of energy. You see that his reaction times are off the charts. He's coming around, he's pre-firing. There's something going on with the lobby. Sorry, viewers, there is some technical thing. But anyway, the point is that you see that he's like reactions are on point. He's creating confusion, like you said, and then he's repositioning and waiting for the reaction. A lot of times you see him, he makes noise, waits for a reaction, waits for someone to step out in front of him.
Yeah, 100%. And that's one of my favorite things about him. He's an unpredictable player, and I think, you know, that's the key with Onward. You know, it's the meta's constantly shifting. You can't be predictable. If you're predictable, you're getting caught out, and you're gonna pay the price.
The main thing is his name is Solo, right?
Yeah.
So he soloed a 5-man squad, and I feel like if he had a different name, then we probably wouldn't have seen that kind of play.
Yeah, hands down. He delivered something that nobody expected.
So I do believe there is a rehost in the server now, bud.
Oh, for the love of loveliness, I'm going to then switch the title card while we move over to the next lobby.
Absolutely, that's just great.
Okay, so
how do we do that?
So if you press the spacebar down and you hit exit to main menu, and then we're gonna find our boys on the rehost. All right, there it is.
Ask them to make a room for me.
Oh dear, we can't get in. They either forgot the spectate slots. Yeah, they think they did. No, maybe they. I can't tell. I just know they need to make room for us. Would you do the honors of popping into the Boss Fight Discord and letting them know to do that so we can get on in? So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the delay. Have a trailer while you wait.
They're all pushing together, all working in unison. Now we only have one Fog player left on the garage. It's Biggie Smalls. He has to survive. He can't kill to kill right now because there are two mass-up players. He has to survive this. He has 10 seconds remaining. Don't peek, Biggie Smalls. Stay there. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Sled moving out. Biggie Smalls moving back to the garage. 2, 1. Wow. Absolutely incredible stuff.
Interesting play by Kev right here on the on this wall. He almost turned the corner. I don't know if he heard Mad Eyes, but he is now peeking. He's trying to see if he can see anybody on these boxes. Mad Eyes is in the perfect position. I don't think Kev can see him. Mad Eyes is just waiting. Mad Eyes lets Kev walk all the way across. Did he not see him? Centaurian now walking front. Mad Eyes takes out Centaurian. Turn 6. What a play.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Danglers here. SFC Tactical using their momentum. Home kick on top of Stumpy, probably throwing him off. Sickness tossing a smoke. A nice grenade! Stumpy snagging 3! Completely shutting down their approach.
That Killinger going up to the second floor. If they're not careful though, Gag's going to be able to shoot through the window. Gag's just playing a quiet game right here. Killinger is exposing himself almost slightly and taken out. That's all it takes. If a hand is barely exposed, he's going to be down and out for a counter. And he gets... Oh, man. Gag has put in some work.
Southern Stairwell. The smoke's coming in. The Global Camp trademark smoke penetration tactic. They're going to get you lit. They're going to get you buzzing. And then they're going to come in hard. Can Phoenix hold them off to topple the top dog of the US? Thunderpod stacking up with Jizzy Pants on the corner. Now come the hand signals. And no, rejection. Does not want to kiss. But Jizzy making a run for across the southern turnstiles. Smithy sitting on the corner of the L room. Fry's going in. Thunderpants rushing in. And oh, Smithy tags him with the SKS at close range. Meanwhile, Jizzy looking for a kill. Tags Officer Statham. Maldo looks for Jizzy. Doesn't catch him. Jizzy moving in. And oh, straight around the corner. Jizzy not finding his target. Maldo immediately falling back. And Maldo looking for Otto. Jizzy takes him out though. Smithy Pants looking at Jizzy Pants. And Smithy does take Jizzy Pants. Otto meanwhile looking for the 3 frag on Jizzy. Not finding one-on-one. Oh, it's a trade versus Otto. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are almost ready to go with this game. Apologies for keeping you spicy and excited for this one, but let me tell you,
The greatest word in the English dictionary, almost ready.
almost ready. It's gonna be spicy. It's gonna be exciting. We're just getting set up now. Hopefully there won't be another reset, because we are good to go on the observer side. And yeah, looking forward to seeing what these teams have to offer today. Radar, how do you feel about it?
I feel trepidatious. These are two arguably again of the 2 best EU teams, and we saw beginners at the Invitational. Unfortunately, they came 4th out of 4, but they were still playing stronger points. Arguably, they should have taken the game against SMC. They did not. But the point is that they made it there quite easily, and Boss Fight did not. So, arguably, Boss Fight are on the weaker stance here, and beginners are the stronger team. So, are we going to see the 3rd upset in a row? First being Lemon Squad and Silent Pudge. Are we going to see Boss Fight upset beginners?
To Silent Splurge. I did that. Lemon Party and Silent Splurge was a great match last night. Are Boss Fight and beginners going to live up to that hype?
Yes, absolutely. These are 2 awesome teams. It looks like both teams are ready. Looks like we're going to go into round 1, match 1.
Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
All the ones on Bazaar.
0000001 binary talk for It's Gonna Be Great.
It's going to be great.
It's gonna be amazing. Let's get ready to rumble, ladies and gentlemen. Radarhead, do you want to get me something special on camera 2? Pretty please.
I don't have anything special ever for anyone. So
I feel like you're a little bit mean right now.
Let's listen to camera 2 beginners.
Alrighty. The boys and beginners dropping that early smoke. Looks like they're gonna send Smoils across the road in a cheeky kind of aggressive move. Or are they just decoy smoking to mess with Boss Fight?
Boss Fight rushing in here. We can see that we got a 3-2 split, 2 going down the road, 3 in the courtyard.
Yep, and it looks like beginners.
A beautiful line set up by Boss Fight. They're looking for a pick. Unfortunately, I mean, this is against beginners. Beginners don't tend to peek. So, will this pay off? I doubt it, but at the same time, I don't think Boss Fight are going to lose anyone. This is a great setup play by them.
Yeah. They're taking their time. They're setting up the perimeter. They're getting in position to actually make a play and make a move. But
if you cut to my camera right now, you can see a beautiful line of Boss Fight. Just set up a firing line across the entire defensive area.
Absolutely magical right there.
Now, looking at beginner's defensive line, we can see that they've got a 2 spread checking the west side. And they've got a single player, Smoils, checking the east, looking for a rear guard flank. And then we got Woods and Peasley covering a north and south flank from all the way from behind. They're being very, very patient here, but I mean, Boss Fight are being patient, but they're being patient against the most patient team. So we're not going to see. I mean, I'm not afraid to say we're not going to see anything happen for the next minute.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty quiet. I don't think much is going to happen from either side until they're really.
Again, these are 2 teams who really know each other. You know, these 2 teams probably know each other better than any other 2 teams in the league.
Yeah, hands down. I think, you know, both sides are going to be very preoccupied right now with just scoping each other out, seeing what each has on the go, right to offer, and they're going to see if they can make early picks to try and just tilt the odds in their favor.
Well, it's worth noting that this is a new boss fight team. We're seeing Hoochie, who's just a new pick by boss fight, a great pick by boss fight. And we're going to see what he's capable of in this team. We're going to see here now, boss fight, the 3-man stack is pushed up across the north. Beginners, not as static on the defense as usual, but still quite happy to sit back and let boss fight come towards them. Hoochie pushing up slowly now down the road. Ligil covering his advance. Great team play here. It'll be interesting to see if beginners up their plays, because it's famous for the slow plays, especially on attack. They like leaving things to the last minute, pushing in slowly. Are we going to see rushes from beginners, do you think? We'd see them mixing it up, trying to catch boss fight off?
You could be surprised, but
balance?
I don't know. I'm skeptical as to what extent they actually might, like, you know, play
Right,
aggressive.
check out Weatherballoon's approach here now on camera 2. We can see that he's pushing up to an angle where he's going to be able to start engaging through that window, potentially against Kensai if Kensai comes around.
Yeah. I don't think Kensai's going to move from that spot. I think he's pretty happy to just sit in here, in this little spot right here, and he's going to hold that until, you know, there's really anything threatening him. Meanwhile...
This is literally... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, meanwhile, Hoochie's just holding that far side of the bazaar and looking for a move. And interesting enough, beginners rocking 2 guys on their rear defense. So that's going to be interesting. That's a ballsy move, because with boss fight putting full-on frontal right here, it means a couple of smokes.
They could get a cap.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
A cap is open right now. It could go any way for these teams.
Look at boss fight's setup here. They've got 3 players about 15 meters away from the objective. Hoochie made a great push-up. Has he been seen? It was killing and just laying down some suppression fire. Ligil happy to sit back and cover for a flank. Great setup by boss fight here.
Yeah, they're taking their time. They're being coordinated. That's what you want to see.
Yep. Beginners, though, not to be phased. Absolutely stone-cold killers.
Yeah.
Happy to sit back. A reminder to anyone who's not used to this game, you want to go for the uplink. It's a 2-pointer. If you kill the enemy, the defensive team, you only get 1 point. If you cap against the defensive team, you send an uplink. You get 2 points. You send an uplink, pull out the pad, enter a 7-digit code, which you've had to memorize right before.
Yeah.
Now look at Hoochie's position here. Slowly pushing up.
Not
making
up there. Oh, looks like Weatherballoon. Looks like
the 3-man.
The 3-man stack.
3-man stack now. Other windows.
Oh, frag was in Kensai. Double fragged.
Oh wow. We can see beginners though pushing up now. No, the rear guard is.
Oh, Killinger takes a kill. Weatherballoon down by Smoils. Hoochie looking for the kill. Killinger on his rear. Killinger finds him.
It's a solo now. Weatherballoon now, the only guy left alive. Boss fight didn't realize how good a position they were on the objective. It's a trade, but it's a trade. The beginners
Slight
win.
problem, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad you beginners win, because I just had a crash, so I'm going to restart my game.
Huh, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate to the max.
So yeah, beginners won that. It got very hectic and very hard to follow in the last few seconds. Boss fight charged in from multiple directions, taken down across the line. They've created a line of death basically. Boss fight probably weren't aware of it, but they had 3 guys on top of the objective, but they tried to push out to create a perimeter around the objective. Had they gone for cap, there's a high probability that they could have actually pulled it off had they been on the stairs doing so.
I mean, as attacks go, that was pretty coordinated. Like that was, you know, that almost would have worked.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, there was only 2 beginners left standing at the end of it. So I mean, at the end of the day, it was not a complete failure. It just maybe they rushed in too much right at that last second. They just pushed in with a bit more decorum, a bit less tenacity, a bit more, being a bit more reserved on that push. They might have come away better. Because I mean, the problem was the beginners immediately rushed the objective.
Yeah.
2 backline players charged into the objective and were able to make that difference.
Can you ask? Sorry to cut across you. Can you ask the guys to make room for me, because I can't join because of that bug?
Right.
And funnily enough, you know, to quote the developers, the game has never been this stable. If you press T, they should be able to hear you. Assuming you're the same mic set.
Viper crashed, so Ligil, can you just drop out very quickly so we can rejoin? Apologies.
But this has been the most stable the game's ever been. So it's, you know, things are getting better. According to James, this is the most stable the game's ever been. It's playing smoother, and there's a lot more technical upgrades and features and stuff in the game than ever before. So yeah, you're gonna encounter the occasional bug. It's early access, but for the most part, you know, it's a pretty stable game. I've never encountered a bug like that before.
Can one of you please drop out so that Viper can reconnect? He had a crash. Apologies.
The sad thing about having to reconnect those, we lose all of our cameras, so we have to go and reset those all over again, which makes me a little sad. Yeah, but it does happen. It does happen. Okay, so let me know when I have room. I'm still waiting to rejoin the lobby.
Yeah, I'm going to step out and into...
That won't help you. Q, step out.
Boss fight.
Oh, yes, yeah, into the Discord. Cool. Thank you very much. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, again, exciting round. Again, boss fight taking it really slow, very methodical. Almost got lucky based on the beginner's defensive line with 2 guys on the backside across the street. If maybe boss fight had have pushed maybe a team up that south side, they could have capitalized more. But, you know, they committed all their resources to that full frontal assault. It didn't entirely pay off, but you know what? They gave it a good run. Can't fault them for that. It was almost successful.
Room has been made. You know what? It was a great attack. It was just a bit, like I said, a bit too much of a rush right at the end there, in my opinion.
Yeah. One momento.
The problem was as well that Killinger cut down 2 boss fights, like pushes in. Now, if they were able to take down Killinger again, that would have been a much more successful attack. Unfortunately, Killinger was in a prime position and he was not taken out. I got to say that takeout of Kensai though was fantastic. That double grenade into Kensai's position, just legendary.
Yeah, that was really, really good. I don't know how they managed to pull that off.
Have you successfully connected?
Yes, I'm reconnecting now. Stand by.
Thank you very much. Viper is inbound. 5x5? 5x5.
5x5 in the pipe. Bit of piping, guys. Okay.
So, just a hilarious time to crash. Viper,
Yeah.
just has to be said. That you could not have picked a better time to crash.
That was pretty much awesome. That was the perfect time. Just as the action, like I was in Weatherballoon's POV, he was about to like, you know, possibly trade with Killinger, I'm not sure. And then bam! You've just crashed. That's it.
He did trade with Killinger. He did, leaving 2 remaining beginners still alive.
2 remaining.
That last line, that we said weren't close enough to the objective and could throw up a cap, we just happened to be in the perfect position to be alive.
Well, I'll be. Well, it'll be interesting to see how Boss Fight decide to play this round. If you want to just advise the teams that we are good to go, let's see how Boss Fight decide to take this offense this time.
We are good to go on this end. Thank you very much for waiting.
I'm just going to get our cameras set up. So I just want to make sure that we have the right angles to party all day long. So yeah, just again, that crash has totally thrown me through a loop.
Don't worry about it. We'll get back on track. It is now round 2, map 1, as we go into the game. We're going to see boss fight defending exactly the same objective. Are we going to see a similar attack from beginners, or are they going to be have more gusto to their attack, or are they going to push up slowly and methodically as we saw boss fight?
How is it going to go down? Please enlighten us. Show us the way, boys. Don't disappoint us. Okay, here we go. So if you want to get me a camera 2 on the defenders, I'm going to go take a look and see what the attackers are up to.
All right.
And having a look, it looks like we got Shmoyles pressing up that inside. On the main street.
So we are seeing a wraparound from all of beginners now, apart from Smiles, I want to say. We're seeing a complete wraparound by 3 of beginners. We're seeing a 3-1-1 split. Killinger taking up a good overview of the Bazaar central area. Smiles got an eyes down the street. Meanwhile, we see Woods.
But you know, to be fair, it looks like Boss Fight have a sense of what's going on. It looks like they kind of know where the attack's potentially going to come from. And if we zoom
with a Weatherballoon and Legale in a perfect position to intercept that 3-man stack.
Yeah, and Kensai taking his absolute caution, moving up slowly, clearing his corners. He wants to secure that southern block as he moves up, and possibly just secure a perimeter here before they start pressing in. And it's a pretty. I
love the patience. Look at the setup here. We got Smiles set it down the street, ready for anyone foolish enough to step out, waiting for the cross. Killinger, on the other hand, setting up a crossfire into the Bazaar, just in case there's going to be a flank or a push from any boss fight defender.
Yeah, yeah. And when you say look at this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump to camera 2 to make sure I can see what you're seeing, so the viewers can truly appreciate your point of view.
Yeah, no, I mean look at this like not visually. Look at this figuratively.
Figuratively, but not literally. And if you'd meant literally, it could have been really cool.
All right, cut to my camera now between Legale and Kensai. We have an opportunity here for an early engagement.
Let's have a blast over to
Actually-
Kenzai.
This is unusual for beginners. They're moving in much further than you would have expected at 4-minute mark. And if Legil peaks just too slowly, and if Kensai has that area zeroed in, okay, Kensai falling back now. We've seen a cross from Killinger. Killinger, meanwhile, has pushed up. He's going to be... Alright, so Weatherbloom would have hurt
He's going to
Killinger's
check the
cross
naughty
there.
crack. He checks the naughty crack pre-fire. Is it nothing there?
No one in the naughty crack.
Nobody up the
Woods.
naughty crack.
Woods, the primary Woods and Killinger now pushed up. That 3-man stack is split into a 2-man.
Oh, it looks like Woods is going for the classic spot that's going to possibly take out Legil if he's not careful. Legil keeping low though, but he has been spotted and he's dead. That is a lack of game knowledge right there that has cost him his life.
That's unfortunate for boss fight. That's a key defender on a key position there. They don't, unlike beginners, they don't have a strong defense on the northeast side.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate for boss fight. Like again, showing one of their newer players just not aware that vulnerability to the scaffolding, and he gets tagged for it.
Yep. Now you can see that beginner's primary push here is coming from the east side. Boss fight's primary defense is spread out all over the place. They don't really have anyone covering that.
No, they.
Weatherbloom is the sole defender on that entire section, and the other than Smiles, who's still ways back. This is where beginner's attack is going to come from.
Yeah, this is where the pressure comes in. One frag is going to sort Weatherbloom right out. Oh, it looks like someone tried to frag and it nearly worked. It nearly worked. But Weatherbloom's under tremendous pressure right now. But to be
Horrendous flashes.
horrendous, even one might say.
2 minutes 30 left on the clock, and we can see the killing Woods both getting
Some
in
pre-fire
a position to attack.
Woods tags a very reckless member of boss fight with his ass in the
Scooby, dude, taken out in a really awkward position there.
Yeah,
Two defenders down now against against a full team of attackers. A very commanding position here by beginners.
Yeah. Like beginners, just an absolute stormer of an offense, and I really get the sense that boss fight positions are kind of stale, kind of last season, really not taking into account that it's old meta now.
I don't know what any of that meant, but I disagree. I think that the situation that they found themselves in, they just game knowledge let them down rather than positioning.
Shots coming out there.
Hoochie gonna get flanked here. Gets taken
Oh.
down. Two defenders remaining.
How is it they're not seeing, I suppose, that south side has been compromised, and repositioning. The push was visible, right? So Hooch made a pretty big tactical error there, and not and still leaving his 6 o'clock exposed. I mean,
great push from beginners. We're still seeing a successful push inwards.
Scorpio making a very ballsy play there, going up and over that little roof spot. And again, I can't stress enough, it just seems like boss fight really didn't read the situation and realize they had to reposition when they lost Legil. And now it looks like Kenzai's just looking see if he make a pick. And Weatherballoon about to go head to head with somebody? No, maybe not.
This is a really tough position now for boss fight. They know beginners are going to be attacking. This is the last minute now. Beginners surrounding them like predators smelling a weakened prey.
Yep, it's gonna be all or nothing. This could be the final push, 5 versus 2. What can boss fight bring to the table to try and stop?
Scorpio picks up a defender, picks up an attacker. Weatherballoon taken down. It's just on Scorpio now. Two attackers down.
Oh, Scorpio making the best possible plays he could, but it's just not enough.
Scorpio made a great defensive play there, considering his situation.
Yeah.
Beginners didn't get a cap, but they had a very successful attack.
They had their attack was really methodical. It was on point, and it was successful. And that's exactly how you want things to go. But gotta hand it to them. Boss fight, some serious tactical errors there. Not reading the situation, not really, I suppose, noticing how things were playing out. Once they lost the guild, they had to adapt to cover that eastern side.
The adapt just didn't come. I mean, you saw that Weatherbloom was in a strong position there. He fell back. I don't blame him. But at the end of the day, Hooch, and Scooby both taken out from the flanks, being completely exposed to that wraparound.
Yeah, the reach around is incredibly effective on this map. Like
it always is.
I think if you're gonna take out a team of men, a reach around's the way to go.
That's highly inappropriate.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I meant like taking out a team of men is inappropriate. Peace and love all the way, Viper.
Peace and love, always and forever.
Peace and love.
Like
yeah. Just a reminder, this is virtual reality. This isn't actually an actual battlefield. So anyone who's taking offense at the carnage that we're seeing right now, please bear in mind it's just a video game.
What graphics card are you using?
A really good one.
Like,
So just analyzing that previous match, it's worth reminding everyone that it's the same objective, right? And Boss Fight are not a new team, but
No.
they are. This is a new team of Boss Fight. Legil, probably not that well known for most of the viewers who are used to Boss Fight's lineup. The Lonely Viper here, no longer playing for Boss Fight. He's moved on now to a mod position, so it would be inappropriate for him to play. So this is really a new lineup for Boss Fight, which means for beginners they don't know what they're facing, but also for the Boss Fight they're still trying to mesh as a team.
yeah.
You know, they're still trying to figure out who they are.
And it's worth mentioning that Boss Fight never had any other memorable players. Like, I don't think you've ever been on a team, have you, Radar?
That's just mean. And words are hurtful.
You know I love you. Okay, so let's move in. Let's pull up the scoreboard for a second. Wind down the music.
Map 1, round
three.
3, beginners on defense.
What are Boss Fight going to bring to the table to possibly pull this one back from the fire?
That's a good question. I'm glad you asked. I don't think they're going to be phased from that the losing the first 2 rounds. This is not a weak team.
No.
I think we're going to see them adapt to the situation, hopefully learn from the mistakes of the first round. Their attack was great. Let's see if we can see a second great attack from Boss Fight. Is they going to have the same pace that they did in the first one and push up carefully? It looks like they're charging in this time. Beginners taking up quite a static. I mean, looking at that lineup of beginners now, if you look at the map or if you just cut to my camera angle right now, you can see that beginners spread in really odd positions, which I'm sure diagrammatically make perfect sense if you were in their position, but from my perspective it's quite hard to figure out what this defensive line is.
It gives up a whole lot of ground leading up to the objective. It's really interesting they've done it this way, but I mean, maybe the plan is to rotate in as things go south?
They they absolutely could. They've got that street hella covered though. I'll give them that much.
Yeah. They've got North Street
If you look at
covered.
Looking at Kensai's position here, we can see that he's got a great defensive angle there, which relies on Woods and Peasley still being alive.
Yeah.
Now, it's similar to what we saw in Boss Fight's match, where the rear guard got taken out, and the flank was left open, which was capitalized on. Are we going to see the same thing happen here? I doubt it, because Boss Fight, for the most part, are pushing through the central area and the south area,
Yeah.
apart from Legil, who's just in the apartments, checking to make sure that the flank is clear.
Yeah, I mean the spread from Boss Fight's pretty good. It's watching all the angles, looking for flankers. I can't really critique that at all.
You see beginners here, static defense, not peeking out, happy to let the attackers come into the line of sight. Boss Fight laying down some suppressing fire here and there, but not picking anything up. They're just trying to put some pressure on beginners, make beginners remind them who they're up against.
Peasley, being a tall gentleman, using his height for maximum effect, be able to see through a window towards that southwest street.
It's worth noting as well, look at the way that Peasley's holding that gun. If you get to my camera, you see he's holding it sideways, which is, you'll see a lot of the more experienced players doing this, especially when they're angles like that, because it gives them clearance to put the gun over and aim it successfully. Whereas if you were holding it correctly, like the normal way you'd hold a gun, you just wouldn't be able to you wouldn't be able to see and fire at the same time. It just wouldn't work.
Peace is the poster boy for gangster gun shooting.
He's so gangster. Having met Peasley in real life, he has a gold chain and a single gold tooth, and walks with a limp.
Yeah, he has a cane. He's a pimp cane and a fur coat.
So check out Legil's position now. If you just cut to my camera, you see Legil and Kansai in an interesting position here. If Peasley rotates, Legil will take him down, but this is beginners we're talking about. They're not going to rotate unless they have to.
No, they only rotate as the situation demands. It won't be for nothing.
Suppression fire now coming down the street. Scorpio, Weather Balloon pushing in slowly on each other's flanks. Doing a mad dance here.
Yep, solid dance. Gotta say, 10 out of 10 would dance again.
Yep. Killinger famous for his dance styles and that killer smile.
He's known for doing that dance where, you sit back and you kick your legs out.
So Scooby-Doo doing a single-man flank over here, letting himself be known as well. He was laying down suppression fire from a long way away. He's a solo player here, not to be mistaken for Solo, the actual player, but he's trying to draw attention away from the main boss fight push, which is coming across the central area in a 4-man split.
Yep. And this is a clever move. Again, to draw attention, like just keep beginners on their toes, wondering what direction are they coming from? How do I counter this?
So looking at beginners again, very little rotation from any of them. They don't need to. Peasley is just helping check the 6 o'clock, looking for a north push. Legil unfortunately changed position at the wrong time. He might have been able to get a pickup on Peasley through that window, but it would be unlikely. Peasley's position here, great, looking through that window, looking for exactly where Legil was earlier.
Yeah. dead on the money where he needs to be looking. And with
It's
Woods
possible
from
that
the North
Kensai
Street-
actually heard him. Kensai might have actually heard him and called it.
Yeah.
So
I would wager that Woods is gonna catch the gill on this North Street. If you barrel into 2 minutes, players are gonna have to make their moves. Woods putting his tablet on the ground to.
It's gone again, I think.
Weatherblue now in a really interesting position. He's going to get cut down as he crosses the street. If Kensai comes out on a sneak, what's going to happen? Weatherblue and Kensai. Nope, Weatherblue staying in the pit buildings. Kensai's repositioned, so he's no longer outside. Peasley getting back into his old position. The rest of beginners still holding their lines.
Smoke proving to be effective. The gill getting shot at by Woods on the north side. Killinger.
Hoochie and Scorpion making a great cross, though. They've been spotted by Kensai and are going to be called out.
Ooh, Weatherballoon tagged by the sloppy cross. The gill managed to tag Woods on the north side, meanwhile.
It's 4 against 2 now. Only
Killinger
2
goes
boss
down.
fight attacks remaining. Hoochie making a great rotation round. Will Peasley and Smalls be able to stop him? Kensai in the open street now. If Hoochie just turns around, he's going to get an open kill.
Peasley
He
gonna
doesn't
stop
do it in
him.
the smoke.
Hoochie's going in for the sneaky cap. He gets tagged.
Yeah, it had to be expected. Meanwhile, Legill making a good
The gill in
cross.
the back line.
We probably
He
don't
gets
know
an
it's
angle
there.
on Peasley, takes him out. Meanwhile, Sloan's on
Smalls
rotation.
coming out now. Smalls ready for it.
Is he gonna catch the gill? 1 versus 1.
It's 1-on-1. It's 1-on-1.
Could
What a
go
great
either
position
way.
now.
Smalls got to be freaking out now. Kill count got to be ambiguous.
Yeah, but there's only 40 seconds left on the clock. Legill's feeling the pressure. Will he be aware of how much time is actually left on the clock, or is he going to do what we saw a few times too many in the Invitational?
Yeah.
And see that clock tick down to 0.
He's in the same boat, not knowing a whole lot about how many kills are open. If he moves up, he can hear Smalls moving at least. That would be something for the guy.
Legill's time is running out. There's 20 seconds left on the clock, and he still isn't pushing up enough.
His position's wrong. He's not.
Smalls going to pick up,
Smalls gets the
and
pick up.
Legill taking down a great attack from boss fight again. Just a little rough round. Great defense from beginners. Rotations, flirtations, and destructions.
Very, very interesting game. Almost a solid situation. Weatherballoon's cross on the main street, a little bit too hairy. He pays the price versus Kensai. Meanwhile, the guild makes a strong push north, and Killinger kind of holds his own for up to a point in that blue room.
Yeah, taken out by Hoochie on the flank, but it's still great positioning.
And Hoochie
was
got
interesting
so
that
close to the
like,
cap as well.
Legill's push was unfortunately like a little at the end there was probably just a bit too open. He ran down the middle of the street rather than favoring one of the side like corners or through the buildings, which left him wide open to that Smiles poke out the window attack.
Yeah, I mean he could have gotten more out of that if he played his cards right.
But both teams probably not knowing how many enemy players were left on the clock. So many died again in the last minute that it's obviously you're not gonna have a chance to call out all those deaths. Maybe 1, 2. How many enemies are left? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a defender. How many am I defending against? I'm an attacker. If you know there's one defender left, that gives you so much to play with. Unfortunately, Legill just had no way of knowing.
Yeah, he just there's only so much you could do with that situation. So much happening so fast, it's hard to keep track of all those kills.
Oh, stick a fork in it. No, that previous round is cooked.
Yep.
Boss fight now on the back leg, 3-0 down to beginners.
Yeah,
They're gonna be feeling this pressure.
It's gonna be close. Like, it's gonna be tough for boss fight to actually pull back from 3-0 down. I would say that morale wise and gameplay wise, it's gonna be a tough one.
Bazaar is the map to do it on, though. Bazaar is one of those maps where we see swings like this happen, not irregularly, I would say. And also, looking at this from Boss Fight's perspective, they haven't got destroyed each round. There was 1-on-1 in that last one. In the first attacking round, it was 3 on. There was 2 remaining on the defense. Okay, on the defense, it was 2 remaining again. But listen, they're not getting absolutely wiped out. Beginners have got to be feeling great though about this so far.
Yeah.
Really showing off the skills, coming back from the Invitational with renewed vigor. And mix up in the lineup, new tactics. What are we going to see from them for the rest of this match?
A reinvigorated team, championships in season 3, I believe. Looking to pull it back for season 5.
No doubt. They've definitely got. Coming from the Invitational, it did look like Globochem and Mob Squad were maybe just a little bit out of the league at the time. Are we going to see beginners elevate themselves back into that playing again and see them coming back into Vengeance? Like I said, they're going to be looking for it, but are they going to be capable of it?
Yeah. Like if we just
think so? You think so?
I think so. If we just pull up the map really quick, actually have to hit refresh to see if we can see anything. The scoreboard's just completely out of action, but have a look at the. I just pulled up the map just to show where all the X's are, show where the kills happen. So boss fight really got in close. Like where Hoochie went down right here. He almost had the cap. He almost
no, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he wasn't. He was got close to it, but he didn't almost have the cap. He didn't even start entering the numbers yet.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't get to numbers. He didn't get to numbers. But you know what? If you see anybody getting close to the objective with the tablet out, it's with smoke in play and they're prone. You know, stuff can happen. Things can be missed.
This is very true. But listen, at the end of the day, it didn't happen for boss fight. Hoochie pulled out the the tablet at the wrong. Well, you know, not necessarily at the wrong time, but arguably without enough clearance. Not enough enemies had been pushed down on the objective. It was probably a bit too ballsy of a move.
Could have been a bit premature.
Considering their enemy.
Yeah. But you know what? They did attack all together around the same time. So again, there's coordination is what you're seeing, and that's a good thing to see from any team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking at the...
We seem to be getting technical difficulties. Woods keeps dropping in and out. Hopefully we're going to see this rectified soon. Please bear with us as we await round 4, map 1 with beginners 3-0 up to boss fight.
Why don't I pull up a quick
He did manage to cut across. He gets one in the corner. God, he's in a good spot.
The man of the match yesterday.
He's in a very good spot.
Pulling out the kills and opening up.
Oh, he doesn't see the guy by APC. He has to get pad out right now. This is going to be 2 points. Lemon Squad are going to get 2 points. They're going to win the map 4-3. The shots are out. No one's looking at objective.
4-4. He's just saw it there, actually.
Oh my gosh, they got him.
Play it again, Bubba.
Play it again, right? If you watch very closely,
he did manage to cut across.
Again,
he gets one in the corner. God, he's in a good spot.
So it's really good because when the guys got back into the lobby, they can see it was 4-4.
Oh, he doesn't see the guy by APC. He has to get pad out right now. This is going to be 2 points. Lemon Squad are going to get 2 points. They're going to win the map 4-3. The shots are out.
You watch here, the scoreboard.
No one's looking at objective.
4 points. Watch them.
I thought it was.
Oh my gosh, they
I'm
got
guessing it probably
him.
is, but I don't know that I would classify it as a bug necessarily. It was a timing of situations. The code was entered at the same time somebody dies. I don't know. Is that a bug or is that just a feature?
Is it just a draw? Sometimes a draw is just a draw.
Draws happen.
Yeah. We're not artists, but we can draw.
So looking at the kill-death spread here, we can see that both teams relatively equal. Smoils racking up the highest kill count at the moment, but it's not that far away from anyone else. Only 4 kills. It's not like he's been getting any solos himself and walking home with 5, with 5 kills out of 1 round. But the point is that we're still seeing an even spread from both teams. Again, beginners are on the upper hand. They're 3-0 up. That's undoubtedly putting them in a great position. However, boss fight aren't rolling over. This is not a straightforward match, and it's not over yet.
They're putting up a good fight. Everybody except Scooby is bagging the kills. Scooby's just he's struggling to find the shots on this map. It's never been one of his stronger ones. He's always been a bit weaker in this one, but certainly he is a key shot caller for the team. Without him, the team would be it would be a different entity altogether.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's interesting how much the that drawing board has changed things now. We can see that between rounds, obviously this doesn't count because we are experiencing a disconnect from one of the players, but we see now between the rounds a much longer downtime as the teams discuss tactics and coming up with plays and adapting way more than they ever used to be able to.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's done so much to increase the strategy of the game and the level of the depth of it. Simply just having the option to plan beforehand, but also know what the next objective is going to be. That's pretty amazing.
I believe you probably still have the scoreboard obscuring the screen right now. It's not a big deal, seeing as there's no match, but probably worth letting you know.
Yeah, no, it's up there on purpose so people know what the score is, because you can't trust the in-game scoreboard.
Super okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I'm doing my best to keep everybody informed, keep them in the know.
You know what? And your best is good enough for me, Viper. It always has been and always will be.
My best is good enough for everybody. But let me just take a quick look-see here. I think I've got another replay to go through to show our viewers while we wait. This one is of...
He has an idea. He's inside, and we're going to get this middle building push happening right now. The smoke's coming out. Really nicely placed, kind of distracting Synthorian, Jay, and Bucks.
The guys on Silent Purge breaching upstairs against Lemon Squad. You see a perfect grenade go up. It tags Synthorian. Little contest. Oh, it doesn't tag Synthorian, but almost did. But Jay straight up the stairs. So Jay rushed up the stairs. He's clearing the right. Buxton coming up behind, clearing the left. They secure the upper floor. Silent Purge take that round.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Again, big upset yesterday. People would have, if it was coming down to betting, I assume that the ratio would have been like 77-3 against Lemon Squad, and they pulled out a two-map win, right? What was the final score, Viper? Remind me.
The final score.
How many maps to who? How many maps to how many moves?
They did 3 maps. The first map was phenomenally enough, 4-4-4. The second map, Downfall. The top of my head, I can't remember. You know what? Let me just. I can't check VRML, but if you check VRML, you can see what the map score was.
Oh,
but
it looks like we might be ready to go soon. We've got a reconnect from Woods. I'm guessing they're just going to be doing some final tactic talk.
Just to say, the second map was Downfall, and Lemon Squad dominated pretty hard in that one.
Fair enough. Unexpected again on Downfall. I would have given that to Silent Purge if I had to give it to one of them.
I would give it to all of them. They're great players.
Yep. No, you're absolutely right, and I'm a bad person for saying that. Here we are into map 1. Round 4, and we seem to be missing a defender. Or yep, someone's fallen through the floor. Are they aware of that? We're going to see a restart in this round as all of Boss Fight
have
died.
God bless Boss Fight.
If you cut to my camera right now, they're trying to spell something on the floor. It looks like, and it's too late.
I got it. I think the world saw they were trying to spell Viper because he's the favorite.
Yes.
Best caster.
Yes, absolutely.
Best
caster EU.
Best caster US.
Yep.
Viper.
He is the lonely Viper. All he knows how to do is make long shots and beautiful.
Well, it's good feedback.
Squats.
Everybody's telling me they can't hear us when I put on the other clips. Yeah, look, that's gonna happen. I can't get audioed clips, but I'll see what I can do. Looks like here we go again. Second time lucky.
Map 1, round 4, beginners versus boss fight. Boss fight on defense. Having taken a successful defense on exactly the same objective, are we going to see boss fight able to hold this time, whereas they did not hold in the first defensive round? It's 3-0. This is the last round for them if they cannot hold.
Yeah, they need to score this one. Hold fast. And this is probably one of the better objectives to attack for an attacker, so it's going to be a tough one.
The interesting thing is for boss fight is they don't have to worry so much about a cap, just because, they are 3-0 down. It's more about wiping out the enemy team for them now.
Yeah, hands down.
Yeah. So we can see now the beginners doing another 3-1-1 split, like they seem to like to do. Boss fight's defense spread out, not similar in any way like beginners spread out defense, but no. Again, a great spread. We see that they've got the north area covered by Hoochie, Scooby in a similar position to where Killinger was before, Legil taking Peasley's spot, Weather Balloon taking like a semi-Kensai spot. The only difference here is Scorpio's position. Check out Scorpio's position on camera 2 right now. You can see that he's nowhere near what I would call a normal defensive area, and I kind of like it. This is a new thing that we can see teams are able to do now, where they put the tablet down. So they don't have to pull it out to look. They can just put it down on the floor, which keep them abreast of the teammates' positions, the amount of time they have left on the clock, and how many of the teammates are actually still alive.
Some random shots coming off towards Hoochie, who was prone up here on this platform. He forgot he left his tablet behind. Rest in pepperoni, Hoochie's tablet. I hope he's got that insured.
Is he going to... See, that's the problem with being able to put it down, is that you can leave it there. So we see now beginners, the 3-1-1 split. They're pushing up, just looking for any weakness in Boss Fight's defensive line.
Yep.
Boss Fight being really, really, I want to say, well-behaved with the defensive lines. No peaks. Static defense, not letting themselves get picked off by pushing out when there's no need to. Letting the defenders come to them. Let's see if it's going to pay off better than it did last time.
At this point, Woods is doing the worm up there.
These beginners, they love to dance.
They love to dance.
They love to dance. We can see great push-up from Woods and Killinger. Look at that. Killinger having a great coverage over Woods. And vice versa. Woods having great coverage for Killinger if anyone tries to push in. But we're not going to see that from Boss Fight. They're happy to sit back. It's very much like beginners kind of style of defense, where they just like to sit back, wait for the defenders to come to them. And you know what? On a map like Bazaar, not necessarily a bad defense. Especially on this objective. There's just no need, and there's too many open areas for a defender to run out and get taken down too easily.
Yeah, just too much for him.
There's a lot of window angles. I mean, look at Woods right now. If you cut to my camera, you can see the Woods position there. He's got a great side angle straight down into the open street. And return fire on that position is really hard because it's a small window, whereas Woods can get some great pickups. Cutting to now to Kensai and Scorpio, they're very close to each other. I don't think we're going to see an engagement. But Scorpio potentially just heard Kensai get up and run. Maybe not. He doesn't seem to be acting like he's heard it. He's not looking for it. Kensai, not a quiet guy. I'm sure Scorpio might have heard that then.
Yeah, Kensai was known in the early days of Onward having a really loud mic that you would hear from the other side of Downfall.
Look, Scorpio looking there now. He heard it. He can still hear him.
Yeah, he knows. He 100% knows.
Woods making a similar rotation now to what we saw Scooby-Doo do from Boss Fight. He's falling back. He's just looking for an angle. Again, stepped out very quickly, looked for an angle, looked for a pickup on any Boss Fight. They're out of position. There aren't any, so now he's rotating back to a similar position where he was before.
Yeah.
We're down to 2.5 minutes left on the clock.
And Woods is creeping up to these boxes just across the road from the drugstore with potentially line of sight and Scooby-Doo if he pops out.
Look, check out Witherbloom's position. He has, camera 2, he has now heard, I think he's heard Kensai and he's rotated now to try and get a pick off. Killinger now coming in from behind. He could get a flank around it and pop Witherbloom in the back of the head if Witherbloom is not careful. Kensai looking for the pick through the gap on the stairs, similar to where we saw Legil doing for Boss Fight in the previous round. As long as Boss Fight is static, they're not going to get caught out by that.
And
We've got a trade. Witherbloom down, not out, but one of the attackers down and out. Scorpio got his back to the guy who's... another trade. It's another trade. It's 3 versus 3 now.
And Killinger double taps Weatherballoon.
It's interesting that Scorpio obviously heard the player ahead of him, not realizing that there was action happening right behind him. He could have taken down and done a pickup, but maybe he would have got taken down from behind, so we'll live on it.
Is Scooby gonna hammer that
So it's
angle?
3 on 3.
I'm looking for Killinger though, that's the question. I don't think he's watching that angle, and Killinger's checking that window like a hawk.
Yeah, but Scooby is not moving out too much. He's got gentle little peaks.
Yeah.
Killinger might get an angle on him if Scooby is unlucky.
But in terms of win conditions, I mean, beginners are in a great spot. They have this eastern block on the west side, and they're ready to move.
1 minute left on the clock now. This is beginner's o'clock right now. 1 minute left on the clock.
Beginner's o'clock.
Hoochie covering the north, but we're not going to see a north push by the looks of it. It's all going to come down on the objective. Will we see a rotation from Hoochie when it matters? Will we see a rotation from Legil when it matters?
Whoa! Frag coming out from Killinger. Doesn't find Scooby, but it almost did. Good pre-frag in there. Excellent pre-frag.
Scooby got to be feeling that pressure. Would have got away with it if it wasn't for those dastardly kids.
Goddamn those kids. 30
Beasley
seconds on the
pushing
clock.
up slowly.
I mean, even beginners can press across the street now. It's going to be anybody's guess how this goes. And oh, Killinger looking for Scooby. He finds him. Scooby in a predictable spot. Killinger invented that spot.
They're not going for a cap though. It looks like Killinger rotating back around behind Legil. Legil going out to the open. It's a 2-on-2.
And Gil gets found. And it looks like it's cap time.
10 seconds left on the clock, and it's Boss Fight eliminated.
Unlucky for Boss Fight.
Great penetration from beginners. Boss Fight's defense just not holding.
That was deep. That was very deep. Boss Fight, yeah, they're just falling apart like a house of cards as soon as, like, because beginners, they just know where to look. They know the positions. You just cannot be predictable. Like, there's pre-frags coming out. That pre-frag from Killinger was almost on target, but it's like Killinger like had a sense. Obviously, it didn't work, and once he popped down the street, he knew to be looking that way. He had Scooby.
But I mean, in fairness, it was Killinger's position in the previous map. So.
Yeah, it was Killinger's position. So I mean, you know, he knows to look there. He invented it. That's it. That's his. He owns that.
So listen, my game just crashed, so that's unfortunate.
Mine
but,
did not.
So I will be back in a second. If you so game 1, 4-0 to beginners against Boss Fight. Boss Fight are going to be feeling that pain. But if anyone can bounce back, it's going to be Boss Fight. We're going into, I sound like downfall. I could be wrong.
It's not. We're going into quarantine.
It sounded like quarantine. I could be wrong.
You're just saying that because I told you.
I was. He woke up. So the problem that we saw in that last one for Boss Fight is they didn't pick up a single round, and that's going to be really hard on your morale going into this. They're a strong team, but honestly, I mean, beginners just beat you 4-0, and you didn't, like, the closest you got was a 1-on-1, you know, to even picking up a single map. So from Boss Fight's perspective, you're going to be feeling a lot of hurt there. And from beginner's perspective, on Bazaar, which is arguably not one of the strongest maps, we saw them lose to SMC on it, which was the beginning of SMC's comeback. They just won on a map which arguably isn't their strongest point. and they won convincingly. So Boss Fight's got the work cut out for them. They have to bring this map back if they want to stay in contention for the series.
Yeah, I gotta hand it to Boss Fight. They made some good offenses. They're more coordinated than I've seen them in a while. I think they still have some work to do, tighten down their defense, because that seems to be where they're really dropping. But for the most part, you know, it wasn't the worst play in the world. There wasn't
Beginners doing a bit more of the trademark plays. Patience paying off, pushing in that last 30 seconds, minute. Boss Fight know that. I mean, we saw like a reposition from Hoochie. He had no choice but to try and rush that objective, just because that's where Beginners are going to be.
Yep.
Ironically, Beginners got the tablet out and on top of the objective with about 10 seconds left on the clock. So, is there a possibility that they would have entered got a code entry? Yes, it was very high. So Hoochie had no choice but to rush in there.
And it was the right call. You know, you gotta try something.
So, I'm coming in now. If you can let them know that I'm still on my way. Don't disconnect yet, but I don't launch yet, please.
Alrighty. Guys, just an FYI, Radar is on his way. Please don't start. The gentlemen have been advised that you are on your way. One thing I would say is that it is possible that you may need to get someone to leave because of space issues, so you may advise a member of Boss Fight, so you have access to that Discord. But yeah, but overall, I mean, it's a good game. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Quarantine holds. Boss Fight have been having a bad run on Quarantine lately, especially to come to the championship. So be interesting to see if they've learned from their mistakes there, if they can bring a stronger game, a stronger defense into that. Because their offense seems good, the defense not so good. Beginners, meanwhile, having been traditionally strong on this map, you know, again, are they going to bring something new to the table to really shake things up, or, you know, are they going to keep using?
I don't think they need to. I don't think they need to shake things up right now. They've got a strong play on this map.
Yeah, yeah. I think they've got it pretty tight. So it's really going to see. It's going to come down to whoever can take a good offense. I think the offense is going to make or break this one. Good offense from Beginners. Good offense from Boss Fight. Could go either way. Are you in game yet, by the way?
I'm connecting now. Listen, the interesting thing here is that I disagree. Like, the defense here we saw from Boss Fight last season was very weak. We saw Boss Fight just seeming unable to hold the positions and really just getting impatient and going out and getting picked off. I feel like if we can see, I mean, if you remember actually from the match against SMC, there was not a single successful defensive round.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think, you know what, when I think about it, the one to watch on Boss Fight's going to be Weatherballoon, because he tends to be the more flexible defender. And Scorpio. Scorpio and Weatherballoon tend to be the most flexible defenders on Boss Fight, more active. So if as the game goes on, they tend to move around a bit more, they get picked by Beginners, patient, slow push-ups, you're going to see things turn against them pretty quick. Oh, and we're going into our first game.
Okay, it's not worked for me for some reason. So I will be unavailable for this round.
Oh dear. Please sort that out. Okay, so let's take a look at the objective down here. The north claiming objective just at the crossroads. Let's get Radarhead back in here so he can help me run the cameras and cast the game the way I need to. Looking at Boss Fight.
I'm afraid I just can't do it.
Looks like a northern spawn for Beginners. Boss Fight take an aggressive 3-man push north. Make sure they don't give up that ground, but this objective north is really important to hold. If you don't hold the north side of this objective, you're gonna lose it. It's that simple. Scooby-Doo cresting the hill, looking for a pick on Beginners. Is he gonna find it? It's entirely possible he might. Dr. Killen, you're still holding that angle, watching for crossers. Beginners trying to figure out what the best approach is, given the map. I don't know if Boss Fight know where they are yet. Boss Fight's still scouting, still looking good, solid line of defense. Good spread.
Quarantine, just like Downfall, it's so important to try and figure out where the enemy's coming from. You have high angles, you can spot them coming, but it makes all the difference if you can see them.
Indeed. So it looks like Beginners have been made. Woods calls out that his center burning is occupied. It looks like Weatherballoon occupying that center burning spot. Looking for some picks. And they've made that roof is now occupied as well. Weatherballoon checking his tablet. Gucci backing him up there. We're occupying the ruins just in front of him. Meanwhile, if we check out the rooftop, You can see it is unoccupied. Well, it's not completely unoccupied. Scorpio hanging around the crest in the area near the rooftop. Really good line of defense from Boss Fight here. Scooby a little exposed if they do make it his position, but it looks like it could actually hold really well. Looks like they've given some thought to their defensive layouts. And the Gill here. Decent spot. Check out this north side here. There's a lot of bullets being traded. Scorpio taking a very aggressive stance. He's moving up. Is this a good move? I'm not so sure. It can't be a good idea. Scorpio's pressing straight up. Killinger's suppressed by Scooby. Scooby gets tagged by Killinger, but he rounds the corner. It's a trade. Unfortunate. Almost a double kill if the timing had just been a little better, but Scooby, losing Scooby and Scorpio on the north side is going to cost Boss Fight massively. Killinger takes a knee. And Wood starts looting the bodies for extra goodies that you can't get in the locker room. So the Gill now gotta be feeling the pressure. Has already moved back. He's looking to rebolster the northern side of the Boss Fight flank. Frags coming out from beginners now to make sure that, you know, nothing's being left, no stone left unturned here. If you are trying to defend that north side, well, we're not going to let you stay alive for much longer. If we can airburst you, we're going to do it. The Gill's still holding that rooftop.
Are we going this way then? I don't know. Now let's go this way.
Let's just check out the spread real quick. Looks like a member of beginners is flanking way back there. Looks like it's Smoils or Lozums as he's and Boss Fight have repositioned 2 guys to cover the roof area. Here comes the action. Gill taking a kill early. Is Kenza going to reciprocate with the grenade? He may do. What has he got? Looks like he's packing a smoke grenade at the very least. I don't think he's got the hardware to refrag off this. Again, pressure on Boss Fight. Flash out. Gill. Look around blind. Gill's going to get tagged. Being way too aggressive here. Manages to get the trade out. Worth it for Gill, who's proving his worth this round. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. And oh, Weather Balloon being flanked wide on the north. Going for that double tap. As is necessary. Decides not to loot any of the ammo or any equipment off Gill. Not really much there anyway. Weather Balloon cresting that hill. Just doing a quick scout north. Doesn't see anything. He's not going to for now. We take a quick look. Peasley. And Smoils, that was what he was trying to do, has moved back up now again. The pressure's still on the north side. If we pop over here, it looks like Hoochie's repositioned to adapt to the situation. And it's 2 for 2 now, could go either way. 1 minute 37 on the clock. We're getting close to the beginner's time. Weather Balloon looking for Peasy. Sees Peasy, takes Peasy, but gets refragged by Smalls. 1 for 1. Both teams so evenly matched. It's coming down to the wire, folks. And Hoochie now got to be feeling the pressure, not knowing there's only 1 left. Could go either way, but as he moves up here, is he going to catch Hoochie peeking? Or is he going to hear him first?
Is Hoochie going to get coochied? That's what we need to know.
Hoochie in the coochie. Out comes the smoke. Smalls giving away his position. Hoochie's got a sense for it. Hoochie's gonna crest the corner and take him out, is he? But Smalls pre-fires because he heard him, and damn, that's a tough round for Boss Fight. Great game from beginners.
I'll need them to make a room when available, please.
I will relay that message. Stand by.
Layer.
Gentlemen, could you please make room for Radarhead? So yeah, that was a really impressive round. Like, it was so close down to the wire. Could have gone either way. Hoochie had, I suppose Hoochie had the drop, but I'm not sure if it was the fact that Hoochie led up to that wall with his rifle, like, you know, aiming down sights, and the tip of his gun gave him away, if it was the fact that he moved up and Smalls could just hear him.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Smalls got a 6th sense for things.
Post-game interview.
Again, a very creative player, creative plays.
Hands down. 5 rounds in now. Boss Fight not finding their feet and taking any wins, but beginners just absolutely playing an absolute blinder. Very close games, mind you, but yet to see Boss Fight like deliver any solid victories.
Again, boss fights lineup a much newer lineup. We've got 2 players here that we've never seen on boss fight play together. Hoochie and Legil, new to this season for boss fight. So they're still meshing. We're still seeing this team come together. Whereas we can see for beginners here, Kensai, Peasley, Killinger, Smoils, and Woods, old school. They know how to play together. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses. They have a sixth sense for where other players are going to be and who's going to be making what plays. So they're moving in with that advantage already. So we can see if boss fight are going to be able to overcome and adapt.
Adapt, overcome, and survive.
And now we're going into map 2, round 2, with boss fight on the attack, having to pull this back.
How are they going to do it, folks? Let's find out. So let's take a quick look. See, same objective again. This time, the defenders are going to be beginners. Let's see what spread they take. Killinger feeling antsy. And as people spread out,
We're seeing a heavy north push from beginners defense here. 3 going north.
Yep. And it looks like again same attacker spawn north side. Kensai.
The good thing about going north as the defenders on here is that you can easily rotate south to the objective if you have to. Whereas doing the opposite, you give the high ground away to the enemies. We can see here the boss fight are doing a massively strong 5-man push on the north. Beginners having put the right plays in the right positions. Let's see if it's going to be a complete wipeout. They're ready for them. They're ready for boss fights push. They're going to hear Scorpio any second. Smalls is going to hear Scorpio.
Scorpio's not leading with any frags or anything to clear the roof, and he trades.
It's a trade. It's a trade. This is better for boss fight though for them beginners.
But
Every defender down.
Incredibly sloppy. Every other team, especially you watch Globo during the Invitational, they always fragged or always did something there. And oh, Weatherballoon just goes down. Wow.
Down but not out. He's in a relatively resable position.
Yeah, but he's got to get through a member of beginners to get res. That's going to be
No,
tough.
that's not true. Scooby or Hoochie could go up the hill and grab him. Meanwhile, we can see defensive and attacking fire being traded to no real conclusion. I think that was Killinger from Burning Building, and people assuming there was someone in Burning Building.
Yeah. Scooby looking for the rotate. Legil pressing that corner. Is he going to find Kensai?
Kensai in a hard position there, but we can also see from the northwest building, Peasley looking for anyone's head to peek over so we can get an easy takedown. Legil might get taken down here if he's not
Look at
careful.
all this loot here. Scooby is going to have a field day. Looting his brains out. Meanwhile, Weatherballoon bleeding out on the hill. Everybody else is too busy looting.
No, Legil's pushing up on him slowly and patiently, as he should be doing. He's got cover from Hoochie as well. This is great play for boss fight. He gets the pickup on Weatherballoon. This is a 4 versus 4 situation still.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Scooby is just picking up all the grenades he can get his hands on. Just having a great old time having a loot. Tossing them out. He's having a blast.
He's separating the useful stuff. I like that.
Yeah. He's putting in the time. Putting in the work.
So we can see here from this defensive positions, no one's actually in Burning Building. We got Killinger near the Burning Building. Peasley falling back a little bit now, worried that maybe he's getting flanked.
Conversely, Kensai is going for a flank.
Yeah, this could be really big.
This could
be a
huge.
massive play for
This could
beginners.
smash boss fight. Oh! And we missed it, but there was a kill on the north side there. Legil getting an amazing
Peasley.
shot on Peasley. Wow.
What a great takedown. That just took patience, waiting for someone to peek. And it paid off. He just keeping his eyes there, assuming that at some point someone's going to stick their head up. Like whack-a-mole. He gets that mole.
Yep.
Peasley's the mole.
He just got mold. Holy moly.
Legil now making a flank move by himself. The rest of boss fight as a 3-man.
Oh,
on top of Kensai.
They've made Kensai. They've made him. This is it.
Have they?
Yep. Shots coming out now.
Oh, Scooby pushing around now.
Oh,
This is going to be...
Scooby gets
Scooby
tagged by
loses the
Killinger,
trade.
reinforcing on the wing. Hoochie moving up.
No refrag. Killinger now on a great... Oh my gosh, Hoochie having no idea now that it's against 2 players. Weatherballoon not in a position to be able to back him up.
Hoochie not seeing it, and Hoochie gets tagged by Killinger, just being like, just not seeing it, not watching the angles.
Meanwhile, Legil taken down by Smoils, I believe. No, by Woods, sorry. Weatherballoon now, the sole survivor.
He could go
Killinger
for the rotation.
waiting for
Is he
him.
going for the rotation?
Here comes the pickup.
Oh, but he gets the kill.
What?
Wow, Weatherballoon.
Weatherballoon's reaction.
Incredible.
Off the chart.
He's going for the
But
kill.
he's going to get taken out by Kensai.
He gets Kensai as
Oh my
well.
God.
Unbelievable. Why isn't he going back for Legil
This
though?
guy.
He's going for the cap. He's gonna get down.
this could
Oh,
be
he's
big.
not gonna make. He's
Woods
not gonna
has
get it.
It's so close.
Is he gonna get it?
Yeah,
No.
maybe.
Oh, Unbelievable boss fight! Get the cap! Weather balloon!
Look at that
Unbelievable!
celebration.
He faces down 2 members of beginners and still comes out ahead.
Under fire in both situations there as well. Did not, and let's see that victory. He just throws his arms up in happiness.
Yeah.
I love virtual reality games. It's so amazing. You can just see that emotion, that energy pulsing through as he
wow.
just throws his arms up in the air in victory. Unexpected play by Weather Balloon. He
Yeah.
almost got taken down twice. Trading fire, killing is going to be kicking himself for missing those opening shots.
Oh yeah, like that was just incredible. I'm just speechless. Play the game. I hope someone clips that so we can get that in an action replay, because that was incredible. You know, normally with Onward, you see kind of people getting shot in the back or surprised. That was generally a case of someone facing someone down like twice and taking away the victory. So that was a skill show.
Weather Balloon is often known as a bit of a hot dog player. He can sometimes be a bit of a you let him off the leash and let him go hunting, but sometimes he breaks the leash when you least need him to. In a situation like that, you saw his reactions under fire, his takedown of killing, rotate round on Kensai, expecting him to be there, and then having the balls to go and do the objective.
Yeah.
And getting taken down a few seconds. Woods, 2 people in that team are going to be killing themselves. Woods for allowing that cap, and for killing her for missing those opening shots.
Like he did, and obviously Kensai missed a shot too. But I'm speechless in a lot of ways. I mean, Weather didn't even hesitate to go for the Resonance teammate. He said, I'm going straight. I think he may have been going for the kill at the time, but he went straight for the objective. He had the game sense to know there was an opening in the defense, having taken out 2 guys on the north side, and he made a play for it, and it worked.
What a great play. I mean, that game sense is so important.
Yeah.
He could have gone for the Reds, but he realized he'd just taken down 2 defenders on the cap. They know they'd taken... Lagill would have called in, he'd taken down Peasley. They knew they took down the Scorpio and Smoils traded at the start. So he knew there's only 1 defender, and he made the right call. Had he rotated around to get Lagill, he might have got picked off. He didn't know where the guy who took down Lagill was. And you never, getting back to the objective, risky. He made the right call. Just a great play.
Yeah, absolutely fabulous play. I'm a fan. I am a fan. All right, let's move into the next round.
3, map 2. Beginners now on the back foot with boss fight having picked up a cap against them. Beginners don't drop many caps, so boss fights have got to be feeling good about that pickup.
That's huge. Like, beginners just don't give up caps traditionally, so I mean, kudos to
this
them.
is one of the harder objectives to guard, because if you look at it from my perspective right now, Viper, you can see that there is just not that much defensive cover around it.
No, there's not a lot. This is the north objective. It's tricky. There are a couple of established spots. Pull up the map now and show you. So typically speaking, someone around here, someone rooftop, someone in the valley, and someone on that building there. So you can see typical kind of spread out there. Initial scout to see where the enemy is. Scorpio, traditionally aggressive. Is he gonna see a beginner? Oh no, he moves away just the wrong moment. Misses
So this beginner's
massive
push
crossing.
is hard and fast beginner's push,
Yeah.
getting themselves in a great position. We see boss fights defense is so spread out here with 2 of them in the northwest, which is not going to pay dividends at the moment because they are in the wrong place at the wrong time. They're going to have to rotate back. We can see here Woods making a very aggressive early play.
Wow.
And Scorpio's not in a position. Scorpio
Oh, Scooby just got...
Takes him out in the back.
Oh, Scorpio does get, but Scooby just got blown off the rooftop. Clean blown off the rooftop. His equipment's here. His body's there. He's
still alive.
He's still alive.
He's
but
great
wow.
for Intel. He might be down, but this is a great position for Intel now because he can see the entirety of the map and call it out to his teammates.
Yeah, but can I just say that airburst grenade from whoever it was on beginners was perfect. You would never expect someone to be hit behind that air conditioning unit, but they pulled it off.
Lagill taken down as well. I'm not really sure. Oh, by really long range. Wow, look at my camera angle very quickly if you can. Lagill taken down by that sole.
Wow.
Marsok player
Peasley
all of
at
the way
the back. Incredible. Yep. Not even a scope.
What?
Just holding it up to his face like sideways.
And he can't get the confirm on the kill.
No, he can't. And the Lagill can get rezzed.
Hooch. Oh, Scooby's been rezzed in the meantime. Weather Balloon pushing up, Hoochie pushing up now, so they are repositioning, realizing where the enemy's coming from. Lagill still not.
Boss fight taking damage, but you know what? They're coming back. They're pulling it back, like they're rezzing each other. Oh, Weather Balloon. Oh, also down. Peasley's just oh, Peasley gets a double tap as well.
Yeah, Weather Balloon is down and out. Hoochie now pushing in for
not
a
learning the
position.
lesson. He needs to go prone or forget about it.
They got a smoke out, but it just wasn't enough. They need to get into cover now. Weather Balloon, Hoochie and Weather Balloon still back in the game. It's 4-on-4.
Gotta say, intense rounds.
Beginners spreading out more. Oh, we're in a great position for Peasley to be in. Getting 2 downs and 1 kill.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane position from Peasley. And if we
Look at this setup from beginners. You've got to love it. They've got Smiles in the back covering for a flank because Kensai and Killinger's flanks are wide open, but Smiles has got it so well covered that if they were to come out, Smiles would just cut them down.
yeah,
Which gives them the opportunity to just plan, take the time. 3 minutes left on the clock. They're discussing where the enemy position is going to be. Peasley's going to be calling out what he's been capable of doing. Peasley's going to know that he's taken one out, and that one has stayed down because he can still see the body. Meanwhile, they don't know whether they've got the pickup on Scooby, but they have to assume by now the pickups happened.
yeah. And you know what? One thing I will say is, like, beginners have forced boss fight to leave their west side completely open. If beginners do a rotation around there, they could pick up some easy kills.
Yeah, but they don't know that. They can't know that. But they could guess it.
They could
Kensai now, look at Kensai's. If you cut to my camera angle here, we can see Kensai's cautiously covering that angle where
Yeah.
Scooby was taken down. Scooby might be really, really interested in doing a peek over, in which case he'll be taken down judiciously.
Oh!
Scorpio now, get a trade with Killinger. Scorpio down, Killinger down. Neither of them out though.
It's not just a trade though. He got this. Where's Kensai? I'm seeing three
Kensai's-
bodies. I think Kensai got tagged as well.
I don't see Kensai. What
Yeah.
the heck?
Kensai got tagged as well. So I mean, Weatherman's
Kensai
going for the
down and
res.
out.
Weatherman's going for the res on Scorpio now. So many reses coming out from boss fight this round. I'm counting 1, 2,
Wow.
3 reses. This is gonna be 4 reses from boss fight now, and killing.
Wow, what the heck? That's someone, like, usually one maximum. Peasley now pushing around for a pickup on Killinger.
He's going for it.
Nobody's shutting him down. No one's shutting him down, unfortunately.
He's rezzing
Peasley
our
picks the
body.
wrong guy.
But it's okay. You can grab another syringe. There's lots of syringes to go around.
This is a big deal. This pickup's a big deal. We're seeing so many reses in this round.
Nobody hears what's going on.
Oh, no, nobody took them down. So this is a great play from beginners. It opens them back up. It was 2-on-4. Now it's 3-on-4. Boss fight on the objective with 1:40 left. Beginners.
Oh,
Scorpion making a flank play here. Taking out Killinger. Taking out Smalls, but they're
Wow.
rotating back on him and he's not.
oh! But he gets punished. Beginners are not amateurs. They hear the noise. They know where to look.
Scorpio's reaction time off, a little bit off there on my camera. He had plenty of opportunity to take the fire. No refract from Scooby, who could have gone up to the edge of that thing and taken him down on the edge of the
Yeah,
roof.
if he moved up to the edge here, he could
Now-
have done a refract.
Oh, Killinger's back is just... Oh no, Scooby does not have
Scooby's
the
gonna
angle on
get.
him.
Scooby misses the shot. Ooh. 1 minute left on the clock. Beginner time.
They know where they are though. Boss fight is setting up for this push. They are not fools. They are setting up for this line push. They know they've taken down half of the enemy team. I don't know if Scorpio had a chance to call it in. Beginners spreading out here. They're not acting as a cohesive unit. so
Oh,
are we gonna see
Peasley
that
killing
play
her.
out for
Peasley's
them?
throwing a frag. It's in the air. He doesn't get the kill. And wow.
Oh, no, he gets the kill. He shoots Scoop through the face.
Yes, Scoob is dumpstered. I was thinking that the frag was going to go off. Scoob might get the kill, but nope.
Check out Weatherballoon and Killinger. It's happening right now.
And Killinger-
Weatherballoon gets the kill on Killinger.
He nails it. Meanwhile, Peasley.
Dr. Killinger.
He got Dr. Killing.
Peasley making... Wow, Peasley's going to be making for a objective push now.
Yep. He's going, and he's
Boss fight.
sensing the north side is open. He's repositioned, just like I said. The north side's open. They forced it.
Otherwise, the west side. But look, boss fight are repositioning.
Oh, and he does get the kill.
On Weatherballoon now. This is big. Will Peasley pull this out for them? Hoochie ready for the rotate, but will he see it coming?
Newest member of boss fight. Time to prove himself.
10 seconds left on the clock.
He does prove himself.
Hoochie takes it!
Wow.
Peasley, great play. You know what? In the old days, Peasley was just an enemy player to me, all right? But Peasley is a fantastic player. In ESL, for me, he was the strongest beginners player. And he's proving himself again and again and again here against Boss Fight.
Yeah, I mean, those long-range shots are phenomenal. Honestly,
Oh, yeah, that...
I didn't even know that was possible.
No, fantastic plays from Peasley there. Fantastic plays from Hoochie to take him down. Whether the boss fight between so many reses to keep themselves in this in that defense. It's 3-1 to boss fight. We're seeing a bit of a turnaround from Bizarre. It's defense for beginners now. Will they be able to hold the line, or will boss fight be able to make it 1-1? Boss fight have got to be feeling good after this now.
Taking
Having lost
a
the
quick
first
look at the
defensive
scores
round.
there, Weather Radar. It looks like Scooby's going into his second game, still no kills. But again, he's the shot caller. He's the command and control, but he's not having a good round.
Killinger, on the other hand, having a good round, as is Scorpio for kills. But what we really saw from that last map was how important it is for those reses to come out. On both teams, we saw it happen. It makes such a difference. And oftentimes, you see it especially in newer teams, they don't really take that importance to hand. You know, they let the teams die. They don't realize the importance of having that extra member there, and it does make such a difference.
Yeah, huge difference.
And it was hilarious to see the confusion there from Peasley as he tried to res the dead body. But fortunately for him, the newest patch allowing him to pick up the syringe from that dead body and have a second chance to redeem himself on the rest of the situation.
I don't think you can.
Which ironically, you saw.
I don't think you can actually syringe a dead body anymore. I just don't. I think it doesn't work like a dead body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So. Huh. I know, right? But I mean, the fact that I think what's opened up the floor for revivals is being able to pick up other people's syringes after they've been shot and res them with their own syringe. Yep. Because it used to not be the case. Now it is, and that's
it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Just res after res from boss fight there.
One thing I'm not seeing as much of so far in the league play, which I thought I'd saw more of, would be the judicial use of enemy weapons to throw off the enemy team because you're hearing a friendly fire weapon. We're not seeing that as much as I assumed we would. I suppose it's quite fiddly to do that in the middle of a league match. You don't really want to be messing around with guns and ammo, trying to get the right setup. You just want to be like, well,
it's
the ammo I can
demanding.
use.
It's hugely demanding. But like at the same time, if you can grab that weapon, just use that noise to confuse your opponents. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. Just looking at the map there, just pulling up the map overlay, just to see where people went down. If we look at beginners, like I think they got unlucky. Like Scorpio's catching, I think was it Smiles on the far back line as he tried to cross towards the south side of the map. That was a big change up for boss fight because it stopped beginners from having that extra element to kind of make disruptive plays. So it kind of confined the threat to one location.
Yep. Absolutely did. That rotation from Peasley, though, well played. Capitalizing on the fact that there was a big hole in boss fight's defense. Yep. Unable to take down the solo boss fight defender with 8 seconds left on the clock. There's always that massive pressure that beginners put themselves under, that if they leave themselves no choice but to rush right at the end.
Yeah. But I mean, to be fair, they use every opportunity to get right up to the end. Like they keep making picks. Peasy with those insane long range shots. Absolutely incredible. And again, just showing someone with the experience and the game sense to read the situation, having realized that Bossfight would have committed all the resources to that northeastern side to flank around the other side of the rooftop and come in from the northwest.
Absolutely. But that's the difference between some new teams and some experienced teams. We saw it right there from both sides, from the defender and from the attacker. Rotation from the attacker, rotation from the defender, realizing there's a hole in the defense that the enemy's going to be trying to wiggle their way through.
Trying to slip in the back door. You got to watch that back door. So as we've seen.
So interestingly, Scooby has been swapped out now for Shaku, another new boss fight player.
Huh.
Unexpected to see him on the rota, but I guess maybe Scooby's having some difficulties maybe with hardware, or as we've seen, he's not picked up any kills. Maybe he feels like he's a weakness in the team right now, which is a shame because he is the shot caller for boss fight.
Absolutely.
It might be a bad decision by them.
I mean, he's the in-game leader, so I mean, without him, it's going to be a real change for the team to lose that command and control element of the team.
Yeah. Legil, though, I think has been picking up that from boss fight side of things.
Yeah.
From beginner side, we have Killinger, Wood. You know what? All of them are quite talkative, I think, with the team. Attacks, defense, and shot calling. I think they actually do it more as a democracy.
Yeah.
Killing initially the dictator, overthrown, and now we have a dictator. Instead of a dictatorship, we have a democracy, and it seems to work well for beginners. The team play, they're not angry with each other. They're very forgiving compared to what they were in the old days, and they're such a great team together now. To meet them in real life, even at the lowest points at ESL, they were still friendly with each other. Like there was no animosity between any of them. They were all glad to be there, and they were just fantastic guys.
Yeah, I think everybody was just so happy to be at ESL, and to just to meet everybody, to be a part of the beginning of something bigger for the community, for Onward, for the league. So it was a real hype time, and I think I know what you mean. I know you speak from experience, and how things used to work. The beginners, when they found their stride, they began to devolve kind of that shot calling aspect to various members of the team. So they have redundancies. If Killinger goes down, someone else picks up the slack, and that's a really good way to go. And they've all got such consistent communication and played with each other for so long. They all have a good sense of where everybody's going to be and how people are going to play. So you can work with that.
We see it from all the top teams. That getting to know each other and getting to know the teammates really makes that massive difference. Knowing what your teammates are going to be doing without having to ask them, knowing roughly why they're going to be playing.
Yeah.
Are you DJing right now? Sounds like you were scratching a record.
You were dropping a hot beat. I just wanted to cash in on that.
Wicked.
I just wanted to cash in on that sick mixtape you were dropping there.
Uh-huh.
Could you blame me?
Confirmation from Scooby-Doo, his controller died, giving it 5 before finishing the map, so...
That's, what, because I'm a friend of Scooby, I do notice his controller always dies. He either doesn't charge them enough or he needs new controllers.
Absolutely, as do everyone who owns a Vive. Now this isn't a preferential thing between Vives and Oculus. There's a lot of it thrown around saying Oculus controllers are better than Vive controllers, and that might be the case. But one thing I will say is that Vive controllers, given the shape and the motions you have in a lot of games, like throwing grenades and Onward, it's very easy to damage a Vive controller compared to an Oculus controller, just because it's a much longer controller. Whereas if you're holding the the Oculus controller, it wraps around your hand, so less likely to catch the edge of it. So there, and also the batteries. I think, are they replaceable on the Oculus?
I think they are.
They are.
They are. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Whereas with a Vive controller, especially when you're in a league match and you see that red light like flashing at you, and I've had it happen to me, you're shitting yourself because you're like, oh my god, at any moment now, my controller is going to die, and I'm going to die, and then all of my teammates will hate me.
Yep. And that is a thing, you know. And to have to drop out of a league match for a controller battery is a pretty embarrassing thing.
Especially when there's so many people watching the match patiently, and we're having to talk and talk and talk. Hey Viper, why don't you play a replay from yesterday while we wait for...
Why don't we play a replay from yesterday? Let's have a look at Suburbia 1, the upstairs penetration again.
I'll be right back.
That's what we call a toilet break in the business, folks. So yeah, again, just that sort of that frag just to clear the room. I would have followed that with a flash, me personally, but this is a really smooth breach from Jay and the boys. So Jay immediately clearing the right side, Buxton watching left, bam, takedown. They secured the victory. Silent splurge. Another great play from yesterday that I really liked. Again, just going back to it, the incredible Solo Dolo, 1 versus 5. He used his positioning to just cause a bit of mayhem, cause a bit of confusion. He basically became a force multiplier, and just went from there, and it was incredible. So we watch here again. He's just dropping bodies. He's dropping bodies. I'm not sure.
But here's an interesting conundrum for you. What's the harder thing to do? Go up against 5 players and successfully take them down, or go up against 3 players, take 2 of them down, and get an objective cap while 1 of them's still alive?
Ooh, yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know. I still think 1v5 is an incredibly tremendous feat. Not to like, you know, like to play down what Weatherwind just did. That was insane. But like to win 1 versus 5 is huge.
No, you're absolutely right. Definitely the 1 versus 5 situation, which is more impressive.
Yeah, like I'd give it to 1v5 any day. We also have
to cut
draw
across.
Scene, so again, looking at
He gets one in the corner.
The MVP
God, he's
of
in a
that
good
game
spot.
yesterday. He is the hot topic right now. Who knew he would live up to the name? Just
Oh, he
pulling it out of
doesn't
the
see the
bag
guy by
solo
APC. He has to get
every
pat out right
time.
now. This
Going
is
in
gonna be
for the
2
cap.
points. Lemon
Like,
Squad are gonna get 2 points. They're gonna win the map. For
Just
3 of the
down
shots
to
are out.
the wire. He's the last guy left standing by the time.
No
he's
one's
capping.
looking at objective.
And bam! And if you watched the scoreboard like a hawk there, you would have seen Lemon Squad 4 points.
Oh
To be
my
fair.
gosh, they got him.
I mean, the game just didn't know what to do.
Lemon Squad are a really underrated team. Last season, though, we saw them go up against Mob Squad and almost take the victory against Mob Squad. Mob Squad having only lost 1 game in the entire season last season, so that's a big deal. They went up against Mob Squad and almost took it. Looks like we'll be ready soon now for round 4?
Round 4.
Map 2.
Fight.
Round 4, map 2, beginners versus boss fight. Beginners are Vol.
This isn't round
boss
4.
fight are Marisar.
No. There was a cap. I forget it's a cap.
Cap.
Is this round 4? I can't keep the count. I'm just going to just trust you with round 4.
I believe it's round 4.
Yeah, I think it is. All right, here we go, folks.
All right.
Gonna kick the
Rock 'em,
tires,
sock 'em on.
light the fires. Let's see what's going on in Onward today with boss fight versus beginners.
So now beginners, we see them on the exactly same objective to cover. Boss fight spawning in a different area now, so beginners are going to have to spread out the defense, push out, and they're going to be looking like eagle eyes, trying to figure out where boss fight are coming from.
Yeah. It's an interesting one because
Boss fight.
that spawn is very tricky. Like if you are, because you're so because you're just so pinned over that right side. If beginners make out where they are, they can start spreading their defense out accordingly.
Yep, they could get that. They got called. Boss fight got seen. They've been called out.
Immediately.
They know. Yep.
No hesitation.
So now beginners can openly rotate to meet the main push. They don't know, maybe they don't know whether a boss fight made a successful rotation, but beginners will not be taking that for granted. They will be covering the flank anyway.
Yeah. If we just pull up the map now, take a quick look. We can see boss fight making a big push across to that middle burning building.
The beginners are ready for them. Check out my camera here right now. We can see Kensai in a perfectly commanding position there. Killing again in a really great position to cover from that tower.
Yeah, Kensai's already made their push. He's fallen back. Yeah, solid stuff out of beginners there. He's
good adaptive play.
Yeah, and he's going back again. He's going back again. He's just yo-yoing around.
So the flank has no, sorry, no, it's not the flank. I don't think Small saw the flank, but what he has seen is a boss fight team member near the ambulance.
Yeah.
Just laying down suppression fire at him, calling out his position. Meanwhile, the rest of the boss fight taking positions around burning building, waiting for it's probably just moving up to a positional advantage.
Started cut across Legil, peeking out from the edge of that fuselage at the burning building. Kensai watching the corner like a hawk, just looking for a shot. And if he finds it, it's good night, Legil. Here's that first person view.
It's late night Legil. It's later Legil. We got a boss fight member down, Scorpio taken down in the open road. Ooh. He's not down and out, but he's in a horrible place to try and res unless smokes get out on him.
I'm not sure what he was thinking trying to cross there, but this is a very interesting approach for a boss fight. Very interesting approach indeed. I suppose they can take
they're gonna
it.
have a real hard play to try and push across this area.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the flank from boss fight, I still don't think has been picked up. There is a wide flank from boss fight member.
Oh, Legil is about to get taken. Legil does get dumpstered by Kensai. Stand out in the middle of the street. What did he think was gonna happen?
He's not alone in that. There's only 2 boss fight players remaining now.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo could pick up Scorpio if he has a smoke and the courage to go across the road. It's a tough play though.
That could only go badly at this point.
Meanwhile, the solo boss fight player, I'm guessing Weather Balloon, making a large flank.
Scooby-Doo doubling back. Is he gonna look for that res? Maybe.
Peasley in a good position to stop this flank, but I don't think they're expecting a flank from this far around from boss fight.
You know,
Peasley, like I said, in a great...
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see if Scooby. I don't know. I wonder if Scooby's gonna actually make it across. I mean, he's up against the clock here. He's got to get over there if he's going to stat res, and
Scorpio going to be bleeding out right now.
Yeah, this is a time limit on how long Scorpio's gonna stay alive.
Beginner's defense though, still 5 man up. I mean, this is just going to be almost impossible for boss fight to penetrate this pace. Woods now knows Weather Balloon's there. Weather Balloon giving his position away, hasn't made anything for it. After that massive successful flank, he's not been able to get anything for it.
Yeah. He's not able to show anything for that flank. There goes the grenade out from Weather Balloon. It's just a smoke. It went really wide. It's not gonna...
Check out my camera right now. You can see Weather Balloon below Small. Small's gonna be able to hear that coming, and he's gonna be calling it or waiting for it till he's gonna get that peek over.
Small's already used his frag.
Kensai looking to get a pickup. Oh, Scooby could get Scorp up right now. Will he have time? He's got to be almost bled out.
Weatherballoon's gonna go look for
successful
Smalls.
Pickup.
Weatherballoon's gonna go looking for Smalls. 1:56 on the clock. Is he gonna look? He's looking. He's not looking. He finds him and he gets the trade.
It's a trade. It's a trade, but it's a bad trade because boss fight is still down to only 2 players.
Yeah.
A minute 40 left on the clock. Scoob successfully getting Scorp up, making the risky plays.
Risky plays,
and
risky days.
Make the difference.
You know what? If nothing else, they'll give beginners a hard time on this one. But you can see that straight up push, as it just is not effective against beginners. But at least this time, in fairness to them, they've learned from their championship plays where they got smashed by Smalls on the rooftop. They've learned to tackle that. Now they're going for the West Alley. Risky plays, traditionally known as a bit of a death trap. But
and look at this. We've got a beginners repositioning, killing her in a perfect place to take down this flank.
Yeah.
But he's repositioning a position where he's not going to see it now. He's back and forth though. He's got an adaptive defense.
Beginners are sending so much roof.
Ooh, beginners. Nodes are coming now, killing and making the firing shots. He's going to be calling in their play. Boss fight now. 50 seconds left on the clock. No choice but the push.
Scorpio tagged, refragged by Scooby.
Yep.
But the clock's ticking out. 3 people left.
40 seconds left on the clock. Scooby, I think, finally getting a kill.
Yep, he managed to take out Killinger.
3 defenders still left. Scooby with no time left. Kensai watching for that flank. Scooby able to make a rotation, but 30 seconds left on the clock. What is he going to be able to do? Does he know he's got 30 seconds left on the clock?
Oh, double tapping is going to cost him the game. Now they know where he is. Oh, and he misses it.
Missing
Oh
the
my
shot.
god. He is just not hitting stuff today.
18 seconds left on the clock. Scooby not aware of how little time he's got left, otherwise he wouldn't be going for a play like that.
You know, I think
And it's over.
a big part of this is, you know, like for Scooby, he's a great player, great game sense, but I'm not sure he's putting in the hours to make the shots.
Well, there's no way to know that, but at the end of the day, he still managed to get a refrag on Kellinger, who's in the right place at the right time, and managed to pick up Scorps. So, still making his money out there, you know, still making the cheddar.
Yeah.
But Beginners holding the line. It's 3-2. Boss fight on defense. If Beginners can get a cap, obviously they win. But all Boss fight have to do is hold this round, and they will take this map.
Yeah.
Will they be capable of it? They lost the first defense, had a second successful defense. We saw. Will they be able to do? But it was a one-on-one situation. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, definitely. And let's also just take, again, just quick flash of the map to look at where people went down. We can see again, like, you know, boss fight struggled to push through up that center, and you know they committed all their resources, like a lot of resources to that, and it cost them dearly each and every time. Weather Balloon finally able to get a trade on the roof, but it wasn't enough.
The problem was that they lost all the momentum really early on, and Weather Balloon's massive flank just came to nothing because he ended up taking a front position anyway. So he had this massive flank, and then had a single shot on Peasley, gave away his position, and then from that point on, you know, it was a big pointless loop. Yeah, fine, he got a trade, but that's, you know, all that investment for just a trade.
That trade opened up the west side because they would not have gotten up that west alley without Smalls being down.
That's very true, but we still, you know, Boss Fight still didn't get paid off for that. You know, at the end of the day, Boss Fight still only managed to pick up another kill, and that was it.
But I think that was more down to the payoff of trying to push that way. Like, again, Rooftop just presents so many tactical advantages as a defender that...
And you're absolutely right, but look at where Weather Balloon came in from. They weren't expecting that push. They thought they knew where all the Boss Fight plays were coming from, and they thought it was the center. They had their backs to Weather Balloon. If Weather Balloon had just played it a bit quieter, a bit smarter, and a bit slower when he was in position, he could have got much more out of that.
Yeah, he possibly could have forced it, like, taken out Smalls and not forced a trade, but it's...
No, Smiles isn't even on the picture. He had a position on the objective. He had Peasley and he had Woods to deal with, but other than that, like, they weren't looking for him.
Sorry, who are we... Like, I'm talking about the Rooftop defender. Who was that, not Smalls?
That was Smiles,
Oh, okay.
but Weather Balloon came flanked all the way from the northeast, you have to remember. So he was coming up behind, like, the objective.
Yeah. Okay, so... a map refresh. Let's take a look at what the next objective is going to be, the Vault Courtyard area. And the defenders are spawning, or the attackers are spawning north.
Boss fight on defense here. They have to hold now to take the map. They can afford to lose it, but they really don't want to have to take this on the offense.
Yeah, this would be very expensive to lose this one. The score now actually is 3-2 in favor of Boss Fight. Please ignore the in-game scoreboard. It is bugged. It is not currently working. The developers are aware and they're working on it. Oh.
Early trades going on. No kills on either side.
Peasley just a total laser beam.
But at the end of the day, Beginners giving away the spawn area. Boss fight know where they're coming from. Scooby-Doo in a great position to cover for the west alleyway.
And look at that defensive
Beginners
line.
doing a big 3-2 spread. They do love this 3 number. It seems to be a magical Beginners number is 3, then either 1-1 or a 3-2.
You get like
good coverage on each other.
You expect the second guy. The third guy is definitely going to get you.
Boss fight, tight defense near the objective, not on the objective.
Oh, I think someone's about to get goosed. Oh, almost a kill. Legill almost got goosed.
Legill, it can't be Legill.
It was Legill.
Well, Legill is cool he's cool under fire then, because he just didn't move that much. He just like took half a step behind the pillar. I'm happy to stand here. You're not going to. Weather Balloon returning fire now on Woods' position.
Check out the west alley there.
Taken Woods gets taken down in the face.
Oh wow.
There's a trade though. We do have a single boss fight player down, not out. But Woods is out.
Scooby
out for the count.
Rocking that west alley defense again. It's proven to be super effective for him. And the member boss fight is now down and out. 4-4.
Yeah. He got taken down in an odd defensive position. Again, from the roof. Whoever got taken down was in a really, really odd, hard to defend position. I mean, look at that boss fight death area.
Yeah, it's
given that you know the enemy's in the north, it's an odd position to find yourself.
I gotta say that's a very ill-advised position to take if you know the enemy is in the north and they spawn north.
But look at Hoochie's position here now. If you look at my camera now, Hoochie's looking for a massive flank. Again, they know Beginners is in the north, so see Hooch Covering this angle is either very, very clever or very, very
I
dumb.
would put in the clever department. I think he's doing the right thing. I think he's looking where he should be looking. You gotta have someone with that area of responsibility, and that's the right way to play it.
Scooby here patiently covering the west alley. And it'll pay off if he can just hold here for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Should see a payoff come from, because he's going to get
Oh,
first
he's been
shot
made.
almost definitely.
He has been made.
Has he?
I'm pretty sure he's
I
been
know
made.
someone. I know Miles was firing in that position, but Scooby doesn't seem to be reacting like someone who just got took fire.
I'm pretty sure he got made, but
No, I'll take your word for it.
it's beginners' game to lose. They've got to make a play, make something impressive happen on this offense.
But you're definitely not in danger to the east. No one's across the east.
You know what I love, Viper?
What do you love?
I love Onward. I love virtual reality. I love you.
Ah, that wasn't in order of importance, right? Because I was the last one, and I think I'd probably be up there a bit higher, maybe number 1.
Take from that what you will. Meanwhile, beginners just happy to do a kind of looking for those pickoffs, not doing a push in, kind of very trademark beginners play. It's 4-on-4, which puts the defenders in arguably a weaker position. We've got a slow push from Peasley over here, just across the road. Successfully crosses the road, pushing into the center courtyard now. Could get a good pick off on anyone in the burning building from this position. Once he repositions
From this position,
to
would that be a
corner.
camera 2 by any chance?
Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
There it is. Yeah, Peasley's in a good spot right now. Let's see what he can make of it.
It's a clever rotation. Meanwhile, Hoochie's fallen back. Now, see, this is what I said about Boss Fight's defense last season on Quarantine. They move around too much, and we are seeing a lot of rotations coming from arguably too much of a rotation, considering where the objective is. It's very hard to get to that objective from where they keep finding themselves going.
Yeah, and right now, Legale could be the one to get Peasley if he's lucky. But it's anybody's guess. He's watching more of that APC area. Peasley pops out on that South Street. He's going down. Oh, it looks like a frag grenade takes out Kenzai from Hoochie. Incredible.
Was it a purposeful? Did he know? I mean,
I think he did. I think he did.
Crazy.
It could have been a random guess. It could have. It may not have been, but
No, I mean, look at Kenzai's position. There's no way he could have known he was there.
I can't
I mean,
tell.
look at that. Like,
Shots coming out. Weather balloon under pressure.
Peasley taking shots at him, as I knew he would from that position, but giving away that he's there. Kenzai, meanwhile, Rentable killing a rotating round to get him.
Flashbang out.
And in the northwest, we see Scooby versus Smiles. Standoff continues. Does Smiles know there's someone there?
1 minute 40 on the clock. Entering beginner time. And looks like they're going for the res on Kenzai.
Yeah,
And
they're gonna
there
get
it is.
No questions asked. So it's still a 4 versus 4 situation. Hoochie probably didn't know he'd. Oh, smoke grenades coming in. There's 1 minute left on the clock.
Here they come. Here's Peasley going for that South Street. He's gonna make the pop. Oh, he's been called. Legale's got to reposition her. He's gonna pay the price. Oh, another double frag takes down Killinger and Kenzai. Peasley now takes out
making
Legale.
a really aggressive play here.
But Hoochie gets him anyway.
taking down. Yep. There's one attacker left on the clock. Oh, there's a res now on boss fight. It's 3 versus 1.
Wow.
Smiles, the sole survivor. If anyone can do it, Smiles can.
And it looks like, yes, Scooby is down and Resible on the west side. It's just.
But he's going to be
Smiles
calling out Smiles' play right now.
Yeah.
Or will he? Smiles now sprinting the objective. 20 seconds left on the clock.
And he's
will he
gone.
Taken down. And boss fight take map 2, taking this into map 3. Anyone's game. Boss fight. What a play from them, taking it on Quarantine, proving they still have some worth. After, Bizarre, it was looking doubtful. It was 4-0 to beginners. Boss fight taking it 4-2 on Quarantine. A tough map, a tactical map. Very different play style to Bizarre.
Yeah.
Boss fight showing the metal. Beginners not making it easy for them.
After a bizarre round, it's an even bizarre Quarantine round with what seemed like a bad start for Boss Fight. Got completely turned around by an amazing Hail Mary cap from Weather Balloon that was just mind-blowing and out of this world.
It was a fantastic play from Weather Balloon. Just a lot of balls involved there.
While we load into the next map, I'm gonna see if I can get my hands on that Weather Balloon.
Onward crashed again on the map change.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, gosh. So what map will map 3 be, Viper?
Good question. I am feeling it for something fun like Suburbia.
Sububaru. Sububaru. We saw some really imaginative plays out of beginners on Sububaru in the Invitational.
Yeah.
It was a genuine pleasure to see some of the imagination that went into some of the plays. more for the shock factor rather than necessarily being a tactically, like, poignant defense, but really just fun to watch.
Yeah.
So is it Subaru?
I think so. I can't tell. Like, I mean, we're in. That's what the current map is in the lobby, and it doesn't seem to be changing.
Then Subaru it is. That's going to be an interesting one because I'll be honest with you, this doesn't really favor either of the teams as far as I'm aware. Although beginners very strong on this map, but Subaru is one of these maps that is just a turnaround.
Yeah.
Again, defense is hard to do on Suburbia as successfully as it is on some other maps like Quarantine.
Yeah, hands down. Like, Suburbia is a tricky beast. It is its own kind of entity. You know, you got to really know what you're doing. You got to coordinate with your team, and it rewards you for doing that. There's a lot of gain to be had from actually like taking the time out to know and figure out where you're going to come at things and what you're going to be doing.
If you could ask them to make some room for me, that would be fantastic, please.
Oh, you know I will. Excuse me, gentlemen, could somebody please drop from the game to make room for Radar and come back, please? Thank you very much, and good game so far. So they are aware now.
Now, it's interesting to point out that Suburbia was the most popular map at the Invitational.
Yep.
Most teams choosing not to ban it, therefore choosing to play it, because by virtue they banned every other map. So will we see... I mean, it doesn't favor either team. I don't understand why this map is so popular, although I do kind of, because it's a very equal map. So someone needs to drop out for me, but... I don't know, Suburbia, it's always a bit of a conundrum for me, because it's not... I mean, it's an action-packed map, right? It's quite small, lots can happen very quickly, but tactically it's not as rewarding to watch as, say, Quarantine, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or as exciting as Bizarre.
I definitely prefer... prefer, like, Quarantine. It would totally... Like, I just enjoy the map. It's been there. You know, it's been a core map since the get-go, and it's always been one of my faves. Reddit, would you just please take over for a moment? I will be right back.
So, map number 3, Beginners versus Boss Fight. Beginners took Bizarre the first map, 4-0. Boss Fight taking the second map, Quarantine, 4-2. Great matches, and I think the score kind of showed that the matches were much closer than the score would have given credit for. 4-0 makes it look like a whitewash. It certainly wasn't that. Boss Fight's initial defense not holding up in Quarantine, but then they followed up with a fantastic cap by Weatherloon to pull it back, putting them on a 2-1 advantage. And then from that point on, Boss Fight's defense held. Map number 3, Boss Fight versus Beginners.
Sounds like you were holding down the fort by yourself there anyway.
It's what I do, Viper.
Any sign of these boys
There's only
getting
one
the
man
road?
left. No.
Are you in?
I'm always
good.
in.
Good. That's what I like to see. Let me see if I can get an instant replay from the last game. Okay, copy link.
So who's your MVP at the moment?
It's got to be Weatherballoon, that crazy play.
I think for me it's got to be Peasley.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of Peasley, but I should have, because let's be fair.
Really masterful plays on that on a few rounds, especially those long range kills, and then coming in for that, you know, almost clinching it for Beginners on the offense there, taking it to a 1-on-1 against Hoochie.
That was almost huge.
Yeah. Almost
huge. Again, just, you know what? It's great to see just these two teams, like, they're really pushing each other to be to accomplish more, and you know, that's the best of Onward. That's what you want to see. That's exciting. It doesn't get much
and we
better than
kind of
this.
need to see this from we need to see this from the EU teams. We saw it from Lemon Squad yesterday against Silent Purge. They're going to be pushing each other more. Hopefully there's a new rivalry born from that. There's a rivalry existing between Beginners and Boss Fight, and these two teams need to push each other to be stronger, because like I said, from ESL, in my opinion, Globachem and Mob Squad, two US teams, well, predominantly US teams, outclass the competition, in my opinion. So we're going to need to see other, like, especially from EU, we're going to see, need to see a stronger showing, and I think we are right now. We're seeing the birth of that stronger showing. We're seeing two phenomenal teams pushing each other, new plays, new players, new ways of doing things.
Yep, 100%. I'm going to just go ahead and load up this clip of Weatherballoon capping the objective. I'd love to get Peasley as well. If anybody has it, do send it on to me in Discord, and I will.
What do you want to hear repeatedly on
No sign of the game
He
started.
will. He will do his best to pull it in there. He loves doing his best to pull it in.
To rein it on in there.
Pull it all the way in.
Pull it all together. Okay, so let's just jump back to game. And let me transition over to... let's see. How do I... Oh, looks like we're going into game, but we can definitely see it
We're
next
going
time.
into game. Map 3, round 1. Boss fight on offense. Beginners on defense. Let's do this.
Let's hit the map refresh so we can see what's actually going down. So boss fight on offense, beginners on defense. Let's see what these teams bring. And the final map in the series is 1-for-1 at the moment. So this is the deciding map right here.
Yes, absolutely is. It's exciting. I can't wait to see what's going to go down. Beginners getting a good defensive objective, one of the easier ones to defend, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think Suburbia is
Let's see
a
what-
map that Scooby's kind of better on.
Whoa! Look at Kensai's aggressive push here, and from killing her as well. They're going to get some pickups on boss fight on careful.
You say that's aggressive, but for this spawn, that's pretty standard for players to be up there. I'd be pre-fragging that if I was on offense.
You know what? I misjudged it. I thought Kensai was going to keep his momentum up.
Yeah, but can't...
Killing her here in a really masterful defensive position.
Yeah.
It's just a horrible one to deal with as an attacker as well.
Yeah, you got to be pre-fragging both the Kenzai and Killinger spots on offense on this objective, because where the defenders spawn, like I think Sharku's got a good sense of it. Sharku is looking in the right place.
Interesting, Shaku in play here. Not a player I would have expected to see boss fight bringing forward. We haven't seen him in any boss fights games ever, I believe.
Yeah.
So this is the first time out there. It's a high pressure situation. I'm really interested to see how he performs.
Yeah. I'm surprised they dropped out Hoochie for Sharku. It's interesting. Sharku's looking. Does he see? He's not. Oh, Sharku, rookie move. Showing he's a bit more green. He's lucky Killinger's
but
spot him so far.
Killinger's not going to get the pickup unless he stands up.
No.
And Killinger's scared right now. Shaku, patient play. Meanwhile, the rest of the boss fight, more on the east side. Looking for beginners to make an impatient move, but again, this is beginners. They don't do that.
Yeah.
Killing him meanwhile. Shaku could actually get a pick off here.
Oh, he gets it!
He does!
Incredible! Unexpected!
And the wow, Shaku there paying off. You called him a rookie. Maybe it was a rookie move, but
And oh!
wait, was that Kensai?
They just traded frags! Kenzai and Weatherballoon just traded grenades!
Oh wow!
Unbelievable.
The difference being, Weatherballoon can get picked up. Kensai's in a much harder position to
Yeah,
get picked
there's
up.
no one coming to get Kenzai. He's getting double tapped. Weatherballoon's back up. Boss fight are now leading 5 players up and alive to beginners 3 up and 1 resible.
Really interesting plays here. We're just seeing some really imaginative plays. You can tell that Shaku had that angle covered as well. You know, this wasn't a beginner play from him. He knew what he was doing when he went there. And the pickoff, you know, he must have been so happy when he saw that body cross his line of fire.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I thought that the way he was going at it, he wasn't really accounting correctly for where Killinger was, but man, was I wrong. He delivered.
Interestingly, Kensai has not been double tapped yet. I'm sure we'll see it soon. But the thing is, he can be calling out boss fights positions
Woods is going for the res on Kenzai. Is he? I think he is.
Maybe the res, but definitely going to be going off Kensai's intel.
But I don't know. Is this...
Kensai...
Is he going for the... Oh, he's been made! Shark is putting pressure on him. Oh, Sharku gets tagged!
Sharku taken down.
He misses the shot, and it's going to cost him.
No refrag weather balloon.
Well, no, Weather did... Somebody got the body. Someone did definitely get the body anyway.
Yeah, weather balloon just got the double tap just then. Literally just then.
And oh, here comes... Oh, a frag comes out from somebody.
Wow, what a fantastic airburst grenade. And a second frag
just to be
securing
sure.
the kill.
Wow.
Double frags, love it. I'm loving boss fights, double frags we've seen now in the Bazaar and on this map.
Yeah.
Beginners now in a really tough positions. Only 2 beginners left remaining.
Well, smoke's
Smiles
coming out
easily.
now. Smokes are coming out. This is game time for like... And looks like boss fight are pre-firing certain fences. They're gearing up.
Taken down in the open by Smiles though.
Ooh, that's not good. 3-2 now.
Boss fight making a rotation now. Peasley trying to get a pick off.
He almost
Can he
gets
see
it.
them? Does he know they're coming?
He must see enough to get out. You got a wound on somebody. A lot of pre-fires coming out here. Boss fight being methodical.
Yep. Look at the defensive position here of Smiles repositioning over the road now, so we can get a good cross play from anyone crossing his line of sight. in the backyards. Peasley repositioning for that, but he's got his back to it. Boss fight giving away the position here, but is it Legill drawing the fire away? Peasley, did he make it?
Oh,
He did.
Scorpio!
Gets the kill.
Reckless not checking his corners, but the refrag is real. Scooby does pick it up, and it's 1 versus 2 now.
Smiles. Yep, Smiles in a good position here to stop that cross from Scooby unless they have at least one smoke grenade.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to cross it. I thought there was... Is that Scooby trying to draw some fire there by throwing the magazine out?
I'm not sure. But surely they
Did you
must
see
know.
it
They've
on
got to
your-
be checking
oh, wow,
that angle.
Smiles, does he know?
No.
Does he know? Does Smiles know? Does Scooby know? Does Legill know? Do they know it's a two against one?
I don't know. They could. I don't know. They could have a relatively good kill count at this point because it was so. They were spaced out enough.
Smiles again. There's one player you don't want left alive on the enemy team. It's
He
Smiles.
can do some. Yeah, he can pull out some crazy stuff. If they're coordinating though, they can pull this off. Oh, he doesn't have the angle. Smalls takes him out.
Yep, it's one-on-one.
Legill
now.
has the
Legill,
shot.
High pressure situation. Legill in a horrible.
Legill gets the shot. Unbelievable.
Wow, Legill.
Wow, down to the
Patience
wire.
paying off.
Again, down to the wire with these teams. Oh my god.
Did you see what Legill just did there?
What?
You walked up to where to Scooby's body and went, "You did your work," and was like, "Yeah, thank you," because he drew out Smiles' position.
Unbelievable. Oh my god.
Brilliant.
Well, I mean,
Brilliant.
when you have the numbers, that is a reasonable play to make. You know, to just draw the opposing side defenders and take the shot.
Again, though, Smiles proving his worth, almost stopping boss fights. Very, very impressive and aggressive attack there.
Yeah.
2 early pickups from boss fight to really put beginners on the back foot, but beginners did not shy away from the pressure. They held the line, not quite to the end
Yeah.
though. Legill managed to pick up Smiles. Smiles was forced to rotate.
I mean, this is so tight. Both these teams are going down to 1 versus 1s a lot of the time.
That's what we're likely seeing.
Yeah.
2 teams of this skill level. Interestingly, again, this is a new team we're seeing from boss fight, so beginners don't know quite what to make of it. Also, beginners changing up the plays, less so far on this map compared to the others. So, boss fight, knowing that they're fighting a new beginners, new styles of play.
Yeah.
But ultimately, this is an unknown boss fight to beginners.
It is, and it's changing things up enough that it's keeping them on their toes. And again, both teams are bringing a great game. Let's move into the next round and see how it plays out.
I'd love to. I would love to move into the next round and see how it plays out. But like I said before, this chalkboard, the whiteboard that they now have to play with changes everything. It means we've got more of a delay in between rounds, gives us more chance to analyze. But also, they're coming up with these organic plays, reacting on the fly to what happened in the previous round.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that really come through now in these matches.
That's an organic playstyle you generally see a lot in the US division. Like you see those teams, they really adapt to how things are going. And just again, they read the situation so well, and you've seen that come out so well from Peasley and Quarantine, from Weather Balloon, and these guys are just playing it well. They're playing it by the numbers, and it's going well. And I want to see more high-level plays in Europe. I really feel like Europe didn't make enough for showing at the ESL Invitational, and I'm hoping for a more tight competition come Oculus Connect.
Do you know what I'm interested in seeing? I'm seeing more from Lemon Squad and from Silent Purge. I mean, we're seeing right now, again, we know beginners and boss fight are 2 very capable teams. They've both been up there again and again every single season. Are we going to see more of an upset to that status quo? Or are we going to see Lemon Squad and Silent Purge pushing these 2 top teams? I hope so. I really do.
All right, here we go. Moving
here
to
we
the
go.
next round.
Round 2, map 3, boss fight on defense. Same objective. Are they going to have a more successful time of it than beginners did? Boss fights, double frags being a fantastic force multiplier in that early game.
Yeah, that was incredible. Really, really well played in their part. So it looks like it's going to be a split for beginners as we follow Smalls. And it looks like it's a heavy left push from beginners. Or is it center push? Center it is. And Free Fire is coming out. Not finding any targets, but... Oh! Scorpio right up on Smalls here. And Smalls punishes Scorpio for being aggressive.
Wow, that's... you really can't expect that to pay off against a team like beginners, in my opinion.
Yeah. Ouch.
The boss fight immediately on the back foot, but you know what? Beginners were put on the back foot last round, immediately losing, killing her.
Yeah.
And they almost held the line. Will we see the rest of boss fight taking a much more standardized approach to this defense? A 3 spread across that north line with one player, Legill, holding for a flank. Well, not holding for a flank, but holding that cross path.
Yeah. But you know what? The thing
position
as well is I think beginners might sense there's a weakness now on the south side, on the northeast side, and they might try and pressure that. It's entirely up to Weather Balloon now to hold the line.
if you cut to my camera right now, you can see a beautiful spread from beginners. They've got a 5-man spread. But if they think for a second that west approach is unguarded, Weatherballoon will punish them the moment they try to cross.
Yeah, hands down. Like he is the Finnish. He's Finnish. They held off the Russians during the Winter War with like 100 men or something crazy.
I think Boss Fight just lost Legil.
Ooh, that's gonna cost him.
Legil fell back into a position where he stood up and was immediately put down by Peasley, patiently waiting in the bush.
Yeah.
If you cut to my camera now, you can see Peasley just must have peeked over the bush. No visibility from Legil's perspective, and he would have just stood up and bang, put down.
You cannot. That is a sloppy rotation that you will get punished for in this map.
3 defenders left now. They can still hold the line here, though.
Oh!
Close to impossible.
Weatherballoon managed to wound Peasley, but it's not enough. And now he's been made.
A lot of pressure here. A lot of pressure now for Weatherballoon.
Yep.
Certainly.
Weatherballoon's using a very penetrable fence for cover. It's gonna cost him if he's not careful.
Calling out, great communications with Weatherballoon though, calling out the positions of beginners as they push up. 3 minutes 40 on the clock, only 3 defenders left.
Yep. A heavy left push now. Oh, Weatherballoon takes a wound from a frag. That's not the last frag that's gonna come his way, I'm guarantee it.
I don't guarantee it. I think you're gonna regret saying that I guarantee that.
Oh, I'd say it's gonna get another one. Peasley's got to see him, is probably just calling out that he's there. And smokes are coming out hot. What's Weather gonna do? He's getting low. He's
a lot of pressure being
prone.
On Boss Fight right now, but 3 minutes left on the clock.
Oh, he sees Peasley, but isn't able to find his mark.
Woods and Smiles also pushing up on this flank. This is really hard for Weatherballoon to hold this line now. Smokes are down. They can make a cross.
He's getting riddled with bullets. There's no way he can keep this up.
I don't know. I've seen him Matrix dodge before. Can he do it again?
He is dodging, but Woods is right up on top of him.
Woods is on top of him.
Misses the shot. And, oh, it's a trade.
It's a trade, but one that Weatherballoon should have picked up earlier.
Yeah.
It should not have been a trade. Weatherballoon missing those opening shots.
Oh, another defender goes down.
From Boss Fight here. A defender from Boss Fight leaving his defensive position and charging around, getting taken down, trying to flank.
You will.
Leaving Scooby the sole survivor.
1 versus 4. Oh, that's a risky play from Boss Fight.
You know, against a lesser team it might have paid off, but you know, against beginners, not so much.
Yeah, it's just not the right play against beginners. They're too experienced. They know how to watch their backs.
This Scooby-Doo here now really must be feeling the pressure. He knows that they haven't taken down many beginners, or at least he probably knows they haven't taken down many beginners. At the end of the day, though, he's in the right position to stop a cap on the objective.
Yep.
He's going to die before they get a cap.
Yeah, he's not going to give up an objective, but he is going to probably die.
Yep. You're going to die today, Scoob.
You gotta die, Scooby. I'm sick of you.
You're gonna die on the objective, Scoob.
He's the.
I hope you say goodbye to Scrappy Doo, because you're gonna die today, Scooby.
He's in a pre-fire spot as well. Like, I mean, he's gonna get pre-fired by Peasley probably.
Well, what choice does he have?
No, he's got no choice. There's no choice. Like, he's got to move. He's got to do something.
But he's like really moving.
He's like, come at me. Just drop your. Show me what you got. Just put it all on me, boys.
Minute left on the clock. Beginners doing the thing they like to do. They got themselves in a great position. They've taken down most of the defenders. But with a minute, like they did it with 3 minutes left on the clock, and they haven't made much ground since then. Ooh. I guess they don't need to because they know they've got commanding positions. But
so
we're seeing a great rotation from Killinger
Peasley made a shot. Like Peasley made a shot at Scooby. He spotted him, so he told Killinger where he is. Killinger's now going to look for the frag. Here it comes. Frag out in 3, 2, 1, and here it is. Here comes the frag, and it misses. Ooh, close though.
It's not good. It's not a good frag.
It was close. Killinger coming out behind the bushes looking for the shot on Scooby. Peasley, meanwhile, also looking for the angle. Killinger repositioning now as the beginners just move up by the numbers, one at a time. And oh, Killinger has the angle on Scooby, and this has got to be the shot. No, it's not the shot. No. Scooby's making a play. He's making a play. It's ballsy. And he gets tagged. You know, he had to do something. Unlucky for him, but you know what? Great game from both sides.
I'll be right back in 1 second. Keep it going.
But fear not, because Viper's going to keep this show on the road. So, you know, we have a bit of downtime. I'm going to try and see if I can pull up the the quarantine.
He did manage to cut across.
There it is. Here's the amazing play coming out from Weather Balloon as he managed to take out Peasley. Probably a bit hard to see in that particular angle, but then here comes Kenzai. Takes out Kenzai as well. Sees the opening on the objective, and he just guns it. He books it straight in, and he's just in range, just out of line of sight for the remaining defender. My God, Woods just wasn't able to get the angle on him or see him, and boom, and there he's just celebrating. Just so thrilled with getting that objective. And that's a happy Weather Balloon right there. That is a happy, fappy Weather Balloon. He got what he was looking for. And ladies and gentlemen, you don't not deny a Finnish man his objective. No siree. And if you guys have any good clips that you want me to show on the stream, please link them to me on Discord, send them to me, or tag me even. I can download them and I can stick them into a scene, and I can run them, you know, just between every round. So thanks. Special shout out to Woods, the non-playing variety, Budget Woods. He sent me on that clip. I was able to download it and stick it in. So yeah, but damn, son. I'm just waiting now. I'm just checking to make sure nothing's going wrong here, guys. Everything going okay with the stream. Again, if you have any feedback, do let me know. Anything I'm missing, anything I'm dropping the ball on, let me know ASAP, because I want to make sure this stream is as exciting as it possibly can be for you. But yeah, and apparently Smithy got that clip, so fair play. Thank you, Smithy, and thank you, Woods, for sending it on. And again, anybody else, send on your clips. We are biting our nails here, looking to see who's going to take away this one.
Boss fight gonna be feeling the pressure after that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was a bad defense, unfortunately. Like there was a lot of repositioning from boss fight players getting cut down without anything to show for it. And they're gonna be aware of that. They're gonna be aware that there was some lack of cohesion there, trying to take advantage when there was no advantage to be taken, rather than holding the lines, letting the enemy come to you, and learning from those, you know, early lessons. You let the enemy come to you on defense. In certain positions, you can make adaptive plays, but just this is not the time, not when they were doing it.
No. Look, I mean, mistakes were made. Lessons are gonna have to be learned from that one for boss fight. I mean, you know, Weather Balloon's defense was the most exciting, and actually Scooby and Weather Balloon put up the most exciting defenses of all, because I mean, you know, those guys were just being plowed. Bullets were just plowing at them, and they were just hanging in there. And then the way beginners just sort of like they in a step process, step by step, just inching their way up the street towards the objective. You know, just really methodical, overlapping fields of fire, proper cover, just properly executed. Really impressive stuff. So yeah,
What are we going to see in round 3, Viper? What are we going to see? What are we going to see from boss fight? Are we going to see another successful attack? Are we going to see them playing it coordinated like we saw the last time? Are we going to see them start a shatter because that defense was not good? Or are we going to see the same boss fight we saw in round 1? Methodical.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we'll see. Maybe they just need a bit of a slap on the back, a bit of a wake-up call. Maybe they'll bring something new to the table this one. But I mean, to be fair, Suburbia can oftentimes favor, you know, attacking teams. So maybe we're just gonna see attack after attack going the way of the attackers. You know, I don't know.
It could be. What I'm excited to see is what beginners bring to the table. They had a great defense, and the defense fell apart during the first one. Their attack was flawless in that last one. They didn't get the uplink. They couldn't have got the uplink, in my opinion. Not with where Scooby, the final boss fight, was. Ultimately, what are we going to see? Are we going to see a defensive round be successful? I think so. I reckon we're going to see beginners hold the line here, depending obviously on where the objective is, and I can see where the objective is. It's an objective. They know how to guard.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, they know what they're doing. They know how to play the game. And again, I want to see a cap. I want the excitement of that tension. You know, that everybody's sort of sitting on the edge of their seat and then screams as it happens. That's what I want to see.
I mean, if I scream, I will wake up my baby, and if I wake up my baby, my wife will come in here and kill me, and then you'll be doing the rest of the game on your own.
Well, I mean, you know, that's one way to make the production value go up. Ooh, shots fired! What's that? The talent isn't all it's cracked out to be? Oh my god!
Listen, I don't have my makeup lady today, so I'm not really firing on all cylinders.
Is that what it is? Is you blaming the makeup lady now?
Lack of makeup lady.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, tell you what, I'll give a second. Do you want me to bring up the, I've already shown it, but, you know, I'm going to show it again, the cap.
Don't do it.
No? Don't do it too much?
Do it if you want.
I was looking for some other clips. You know, Rafnek saying good cast. Rafnek saying thanks a lot. Thank you, Rafnek. Getting some good feedback. People enjoy the show. Curious to know actually, what's the view count right now? Can you see that?
The view cam right now is.
Oh, 48. That's
nope.
that's all right. That's not bad. It's a good show. It is a good show. 48 viewers. I can live with that. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. But
I don't think that's poignant or pertinent at all. There could be one person watching, and I'd still be doing this.
oh, same here. Totally. I just like to see that, you know, there's a growing community, like an interest from the community in seeing these casts and enjoying them, and you know, just embrace them for what they are.
So far, we're unable to see any standout plays from anyone, but I want to see I want to see a hero emerge in the next game. I want to see somebody do something nuts and come away with it and be like, I just got like 4 kills and a cap, and now I wear like your ears like
A
as
necklace.
a necklace.
Yep.
Like around my crotch, like a fanny pack.
Like
fanny
a
pack
shrine
of
dedicated to the
ears.
gods of wreck and shit.
A Parzival TM ear fanny pack made of my enemies.
Hey, you know who Parzival reminded me of? Have you ever seen Spaceballs?
Yes.
You know the Chewie-like guy from Spaceballs?
I kind of, yes. Now that you've said it, I totally see it.
You totally see what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, I love Parzival. I love him. I think he was one of the biggest personalities there the entire weekend.
At the ESL Invitational.
Yeah, he's just like, you know, this big, huggable, lovable guy. What's not to love?
I mean, I could take or leave him. If I'll be honest with you, I could take or leave him. If I'm honest.
Well, listen, you're gonna have to look him in the eye next time, because if he's watching, you're gonna have to answer for that.
Yeah.
I hope you can. I hope you can do that. I hope you can look him in the eye and say, Parzival, I could take you, but I could also leave you.
He knows that. Listen. He knows both of those scenarios are true. I could take him either way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, moving away from uncomfortable territory back into virtual reality onward. So here we can see Scorpio making a really, really odd, well, no, I wouldn't say odd, a gutsy attack early on, the flank attack on beginners, trying to catch them unawares against the wrong team, if you ask me. I mean, do we ever see early rush attacks on beginners ever really pay off? We saw SMC and Mob Squad and stuff do that on Cargo, a much smaller map where you can kind of get away with it, but even then we didn't really see it pay off that much for the people that are trying to catch beginners unaware. They're just a team who are just too what can I say, the clockwork, you know, they don't rush in, they're covering the angles all the way in.
Yeah, hands down. Like, it's just it's not something you're gonna get away with. There are times, you know what, to be fair, right, he made a risky play. If it had paid off, perhaps it could have turned the tide. And I think he read the situation, 2 defenders down against 5. I think he had a feeling something's got to happen here.
Yeah, maybe.
I commend him for his initiative, if nothing else. I do commend him for his initiative of making something happen and recognizing that.
Wait, who are you talking about?
The defender that died in the backyard, making that crazy ballsy play.
I was talking about Scorpio's making the
I think we're talking about the same guy.
initial play. Really?
Oh
Scorpio,
no!
like,
sorry. Yeah,
like,
sorry. No, Scorpio's different. Yeah, Scorpio's play at the start was very aggressive. It could have paid off if, I suppose, he was. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure how you can make that pay off. I guess if you're more on the ball with looking through the bush or pre-fragging that area.
Hey, Viper, you can be more on my balls. Inappropriate. So anyway, we're having some technical difficulties right now. Woods has been disconnecting quite a few times. We're still waiting for him to reconnect.
They have a backup
Which
Woods.
I don't know.
They have a backup
I know,
Woods.
they've got 2. Ironically, they have more Woods than they need.
They have an
so
icy
they could
backup
really-
Woods. They should just use that.
They've also recruited another new player called Kindling.
That's not
Apparently.
what.
That's not
Oh, I see. I'm an idiot. How did I not see that?
true. This is a joke.
I'm just upset I did not see that. I should have seen that coming. I'm upset with you right now that I didn't.
Now you sound like your mom. Anyway, so we are. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's 10:30 here in the UK. It's hot, and I need
This
water.
match is dragging on.
Unfortunately.
Like, this has been 2.5 hours now over the start time.
Listen, this is what we're going to see now that teams get more and more used to using the whiteboard.
Is it the
even
whiteboard
though I know
or
we
is it the
haven't-
technical difficulties?
A little from column A, a little from column B.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's probably detectives, like on this one.
Detectives.
When are they gonna fix the skybox on this map?
I mean, I don't really want to put the developers on the spot here, since we are playing the game.
That's true.
It's not like you can fly in the actual game, am I right? So
True.
the skybox is as high as it needs to be, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
unless grenades bounce off it, in which case probably needs to be high.
I mean, yeah, let's not talk about it. But yeah, like, I've loved the stuff they've made, the changes they've made so far. I love the weapon kit refactor. That's been huge, like absolutely huge.
People want to see my head, apparently.
Well, does it look like a radar? Is the question. That's what people want to know.
I mean, while we're waiting, you could definitely get a picture up of my head.
I could probably bring up maybe a slideshow from ESL. We could totally do that.
Make sure it's a flattering one though, because honestly, I don't have much confidence, and
I'm not sure there is a flattering one, but you know what? I will look. All right, you know what? Let's see if we can bring up a slideshow from ESL. All right, bear with me.
The Invitational ESL VRML.
I think Dakin put a lot of the pictures on the site, but I'm also pretty sure that
Viper, if you just Google it, I mean, I'm a pretty big deal.
Oh,
Yep.
So
anyway, coming back once again to Onward, we it looks like it's going to be the next round. It's going to be a center mansion, center building defense. Now, this is one beginners at the ESL did a really crazy play. Are we going to see that repeated here? Unlikely. But it's a hard one to penetrate in, but equally, if you get in, it's an easy one to cap if you can take out the initial defenders upstairs and hold off any counterattack, or do it before the counterattack gets there.
Yeah. I like this objective because breaching upstairs is exciting. You know, it's
it really is.
Really intense experience.
I remember in the early days, I came up with the initial breach with a shield thing, where we would go 2 shields, like breaching, charge up the stairs using the shields just to confuse people.
Yeah.
Not to really be like, but to give intel, and so as we're running up, we wouldn't really be trying to get the kill. We'd be just trying to shout down intel for where to throw the grenades or how many people were up there or some stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
It never worked.
No, it never did. But you know what? Like, even seeing stuff the beginners came up with, like using smoke grenades and stuff to like just again cause confusion, block out noise, and then to actually push in. That was really cool.
Wait, I think we're seeing a different Woods. Is this a different
Did they bring
Woods?
in backup Woods?
I think they should bring in. Icy Woods is now playing the new pickup, the Pariah. The Pariah, not the right Wood. The
Pariah. Prodigal Son.
Not the Pariah. Is it the Pariah? No, not the Pariah.
No.
Like the.
Look at Autopilot, just looking like a baller at ESL. A literal baller. All ball.
We're going in now to the new round.
Let's get ready to go in.
3, boss fight versus beginners. Beginners on defense. Featuring a different Woods. Icy Woods now here rather than Woods 43. Initially, he was on boss fight last season. He's joined beginners this season to play with his brother and to play with a different team because he had issues with Viper being part of.
No, he didn't. That's a lie. Woods loved me, and I loved him. We were good together.
Cut to camera 2 right now. You can see all of beginners. A single grenade could take them all out.
Oh
that
my
would be
god!
Hilarious.
Like they're just piling into that house. There's a house party, and everybody's invited. Everybody.
You're invited.
You're invited. Hey, you're invited.
So anyway, we can see a really, really strong defense. It's going to be really hard to penetrate up there. Weather Balloon rocking the shield. Weather Balloon really effective with shield pistol combo.
But you know what? Again, and this ties back into knowing what objective you're attacking into. Weather Balloon knew to take the shield. He wants to use the shield.
Who's coming with him though?
Good question. Where's the coordination? Where's the coordination? Oh, a nice frag takes out the Smoilsy. He's screaming. And he's double tapped. Wow. Boss fight are tied in this. Oh my god! Scooby just rush up the stairs going crazy! Unbelievable! He gets tagged eventually,
it's 4 against 2 now. 4 against 2.
Oh, the pre-fires are.
4 against 3. 4 against 1. Peasley holding the line.
And the frag doesn't find his target. Oh my god. Where's the remaining member boss fight? Did you see that? Did you see that?
Oh
my god. He's rushing in. He's rushing in. And he got some. Oh my god, he just straight up bum rushes them. Unbelievable. Boss fight penetration to the max. It's like they knew all beginners were going to be in there. And they were just like, it's happening. Oh my god. I can't believe that just happened.
He wasn't sweating it. He was just stood there, like just facing down on Peasley, just like, come on, you ain't nothing.
Yeah,
And then he
you
just
ain't nothing.
rushes him,
Let's go.
Executes him in the face with his pistol.
And Peasy was like, okay, I'm backing up.
Wow.
He's kind of getting close now. And Brother's like, let's go. It's time to go. And he just rushes straight in. Straight in there.
Like, it's on, motherfucker, come on.
Oh, I want to clip. Someone clip that action replay for later on. That was a really cool breach. I want to see how beginners get in here now. Let's see how beginners take the breach action. Let's see how they play it. But I think that's a stern message to beginners to say, you can't put everybody in that house. House parties are cool, but not in war. Wartime's not for house parties.
No. Especially when I bring a shield. Who brings a shield to a house party?
Who does bring a shield to house parties? Let's go back to.
You know what's interesting?
Let's go back to pictures.
I just want to point out that there was a really odd play from Boss Fight in the end there. From Legil's position,
where was he?
out of position. Weather Balloon is up there. There's one-on-one situation. Legil is nowhere to be seen.
Sorry, just showing everybody a picture of Beefy. The camera loved Beefy. If you weren't watching ESL, the camera was so into Beefy. He was the MVP. I think it was his stock because it still looks like such a proper weapon. Everybody just, and he's such a beefy dude. Like he's got the beard. The beard, guys. He looked awesome. Glistening beard.
Anyway, so we saw Boss Fight taking map number 2. We haven't seen map number 3, round 3. We saw Boss Fight take it. We haven't seen a successful defense yet. I mean, beginners now, I hate to say that, I keep using that word, on the back foot. Not by much. Boss Fight can hold the defense. As long as they don't drop a cap, they're still going to be even Stevens going into the next round. But what are we going to see from Boss Fight? Are we going to see a similar defense? Are we going to see a more spread out defense? The interesting thing about beginner's defense there is it doesn't really leave any opening for the enemy team to get a cap.
Jizzy pants. No, it doesn't leave.
So at the very least, beginners don't give up a cap, but Boss Fight potentially could.
Yeah, Boss Fight.
What a great set of games, by the way. I mean, Bazaar was one-sided, obviously 4-0. Boss Fight still put up a good fight, better than the score gave, but ultimately, Boss Fight then taking Quarantine to map 2, 4-2, and it takes us into map 3, round 4 kicks off now.
Map 3, round 4, ready to go, ready to rock. Let's
Boss Fight, Asvolk on defense, center building,
with beginners on offense spawning on the northeast side. Here we go, ladies and gents. Here we go. This is going to be intense. How are Boss Fight going to play this one out? Are they going to go straight in the middle? Are they going to spread out? Each team kind of has a sense of how the other plays, but it's really going to come down to who's going to make the best play out of the possible playbook available. And Killinger rushing straight into that middle. Again, beginners tend to be more cautious on these objectives. Like they don't like to rush straight in.
Yeah, Boss Fight were right in.
Boss Fight wasted no time.
Can we just point out how great Weather Balloon's plays were in that last round as well? Took out like Smalls with an early grenade, then finished him off, then charged up the stairs after Scoob had done a great clear, taking out 2 beginners, and then Weather Balloon clinching the final beginner defender.
Like a serious, like he is a playmaker. He is playmaker of the game today, massively.
Speaking of it, he just got him up. He just threw air burst grenade, takes down Killinger.
Oh my god!
From Weather Balloon.
Unbelievable. He actually did it.
Wood's picking him up though. Unfortunately, has he got a second grenade to follow up? That'd be amazing if he does, but
unless someone gave it to him, I doubt it.
No.
But that's, I mean,
that would be
he's such a playmaker. I would give him 2 grenades at the start of the game and just say, hey, listen, you do it. You do you, man. You do you. I'll see you in the lobby.
Go crazy. I'll see you in the lobby when you got an extra kill.
Oh, shots coming out. Is Weather Balloon under pressure?
Not really. He's getting his tablet out. He didn't give a crap.
No.
He's got an odd angle, though. If you look to Weather Balloon's right, if you cut to my camera, you can see that he's quite open for a counterattack if anyone comes from that angle.
Yeah. I'm looking at him right now. Just checking out the beginner's spread. They got Woods in the middle. Killinger also watching that carport. Meanwhile, over at the playground area, looks like Peasley's pushing up the far east side. And they've got a
good spread from beginners right now. Wary of a flank attack from Scorpio. He saw he was capable of it before when Scorpio's parked him on the objective, so we're not going to see that.
Yeah.
You know what makes me nervous about Boss Fight's defense here?
Tell me.
Legil's position.
He's getting put some heat on him right now from Peasley.
No, but it's not that. It's just that if the rest of Boss Fight get taken down, Legil has a long way to, he has a real sprint to try and get there in time to stop a cap.
But equally, you know what? He exercises some control that beginners did not have in the last round on defending that objective, and that he can put some pressure on the sides and the front of the house.
Absolutely, but I mean, it still leaves a massive potential for a cap to come against.
And that's why beginners stack everyone up in the house. They don't want to risk it, and that is a fair thing to do. Like, completely understand that. And it's just trade-off.
Are we just hearing noise being made here rather than actual genuine attack?
I think
we're
yeah, they're just
seeing noise
pre-fires.
being
They're
made.
just pre-fires coming out at the moment.
He's not getting in a grip, so he's going to take it
Whoa,
with
weather balloon! Oh!
Did he see the cross?
He has to get down.
Oh
He's
my
prone
God.
on the ground. He is in trouble.
Weather balloon. Rough position here.
Yeah, really rough. Frag gonna come out from Killendra any second now. Heard it.
He's looking for him.
Yeah, he's being hunted right now. How has he not been found?
Weather balloon doesn't give a crap. He's like,
he doesn't
you know
give a
what?
sh.
I will never be the hunted.
Oh, he's been made. He's been made. Oh, but he gets Paisley and he gets fragged. But I mean, he killed an attacker.
Fragged. Wow, where did that frag come from? It wasn't Paisley, right?
No, I'm not sure where that came from. I think it might have came from Smoils. He's resable, but I don't think any.
Will beginners have the confidence to go and finish him off right now?
I don't. Do they know he's down though? I mean, they traded Paisley.
Kenzai's coming in to finish him off now. Kenzai's coming. Weather balloon is giving away. He's still alive.
Okay. Yeah, double tap is real.
He's out.
If he kept his mouth shut,
Right.
could have gotten more out of that maybe.
Maybe, maybe not. But he was giving away intel right to his dying breath, so that's the main thing. Meanwhile, 4 defenders still up, 4 attackers still up. Anyone's game.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's not boring. It is not boring. But how are Bossfight going to do without their primary playmaker now? It's going to be an interesting one. Well, if we look at Smoils. Smoils smelt backwards. Loisims. I'm intense. 2 minutes now on the clock.
If you cut to my camera angle here, you can see most of the players in this round.
Yep.
We got 2 beginners on the west side, 2 beginners on the east side, 3 boss fight inside the actual building, and 1 boss fight hanging back, giving a defensive arc on the actual front of the building for a front.
But you know what? You know beginners are going to just pile the smokes on. How useful is Legale going to be when it comes down to crunch time? That's going to be that's going to be what's interesting to see. And here comes the smokes. I think are starting to pile out.
Aggression is real, but the smoke's coming from going to a weird place relative to why boss fight is. Boss fight aren't really going to care too much about that. It might force Scooby in his position to check out that area, which might draw him out to be side fragged through a window. But I highly unlikely. It's like a minute 20 left. We're going to see it go down in the last minute. We're going to see a center pile in. It's going to be something to
that tells me beginners, they don't want to cap, they want action. And it looks like maybe a Small's going to go for a frag up in that window, perhaps?
Shaku in a really horrible position here. Someone could easily come around and frag him. He'll have peak advantage. He's not in an unexpected place.
Yeah,
Beginners, 58 seconds left on the clock. They know they have to push.
It's crunch time now. It's go time.
They are encircling the objective, but they have a hell of a push to make through.
They're going to have to deal with Legale, though.
Legale. Yeah, Smalls and Legale. Who's going to win? Smalls, I think.
Here we go.
Through the bush.
It's go time, and oh, Legale paying off. Sharku not paying off. Getting down as expected.
3 on 3.
Smoils gets Legale.
It's a 1 on 3 situation now. Scooby-Doo's the sole survivor.
Oh my god. Oh, it's a trade, and that's it. Boss Fight's defense not able to hold the line. Beginners bring it back.
Kensai shouting, get ready for a push in 5, and then
it just happens, like, it's just straight upstairs. No time wasted. Really interesting round. Legale's spot was pretty good. He should have repositioned after the first kill probably, and he was immediately refragged by Smoils. Sharku in a very ill-advised spot downstairs. I would argue again, showing that he's a more greener player, but
I don't know. Listen, I've seen you make that play downstairs in that room and made it effective. You just have to. You can't sit back and wait for someone to come to you in that room. You have to wait, and you need to be the guy pushing out.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to be flexible when you're down there. You can't just sit in that corner. For example, I don't sit inside that room. I'd sit out the front, and then I move in if shit gets real. So I think sitting in that room is not a good idea. It's suicidal almost, because you should get pre-fragged in that room, or pre-flashed at least. So being in there is not optimal. With that house, the thing about holding it is, if you're you don't want them to get control downstairs, right? To stop them doing that, you want to hold the bottom floor by not being in it, because it's too easy to frag it, so you stay outside of it. And that was the point of Legale's position, I think, is that they wanted to give whoever was going to sit outside and watch the bottom floor protection. But as soon as Legale, but Sharku wasn't able to capitalize on that, and Legale wasn't able to fully be utilized.
Again, you're against Smiles. Smiles is a great player. He was waiting for that peak. Legale got a kill, but then got killed. So it didn't pay off as much as he would have hoped.
But it's the name of the game with that objective. Like, you're either going to commit resources to being upstairs, and the problem is they don't. It's hard to be fully utilized upstairs. Like it's hard to fully get effect on the target upstairs, right? So you commit resource to that because you're afraid of by not putting anybody up there or not putting enough people up there, you're going to get capped. So a lot of teams would rather have 2 guys up there and your last guy alive is stuck up there and he's gonna die, but at least you're not getting capped.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Why don't we swap over again? Some more pictures. Hey, it's picture time
with Viper and Radarhead. It's picture time.
Picture time with Vapor and Radarhead. There's the Autopilot brothers.
Vapor.
Oh yeah,
Vapor
that was a great round. I just kicked some ass. Auto contemplating. Does this guy know what kind of questions he's asking? Does he listen to himself? There's some pre-game stretching going on. Very important to do that, guys. Take notes. Smalls on the stretch.
Pre-game stretch.
Pre-game stretching.
That's what me and your mum do all the time.
Stretchorama. Mob squad. Everyone wants to see Radar's head, and I'm just slowly working my way towards it, teasing it, gingerly teasing my way towards Radar's head. I'm not gonna rush it. I don't wanna just jump straight into showing you Radar's head, guys. It's a slow process. Can't rush it. It's a foreplay of sorts.
Hey Viper, you're so inappropriate.
Pros. It's a foreplay of sorts. You know, you gotta work it slowly before you get to that point.
Just a tip.
Remember that team? Just the tip.
Oh yeah, that was a genuine team. No jokes. Not jokes.
Were they
genuine?
They weren't serious though. Were they serious?
I don't know.
Can't tell.
You can tell.
Squigookin, also known as John Cena. What else we got? More Squigookin. Man, that guy's a badass. That's a great shot. I have a shot of Squigookin. He's holding his weapon sideways, just bodying some people. Just that baller move. And again, that sideways move is pretty popular because again, it gives you just that higher angle and the recoil then is sideways and not vertical.
Anyway, just like I was saying before, we're seeing much longer lag between rounds, and I think between the top teams, we definitely see this increase as they want to take more time to actually discuss the tactics before they rush into the next round.
100%. We need more replays as well. Like we need to get clips and we need to get more replays out, like so we can actually have something to talk about and something to digest in between rounds because it's. And this is probably going to drag out the length of games in general. This is good.
Yes, absolutely.
So the score is currently 2-2, correct?
That's correct. Yep. No single defense is held yet.
Yep.
Are we gonna? If we see that to the end, then boss fight take it. But I doubt we're gonna see that to the end. I really think we're gonna see a defensive round come out from beginners.
Someone's gonna come out ahead for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing about being on offense is it's so unforgiving. Like one mistake and it just totally just throws everything.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of these photos are quite picturesque. It's going to take at least about 20 minutes to get to Radar's head, guys. It's, like I said, slow process. You can't rush it. You got to build up slowly over time.
Worth it in the end,
it's worth it in the end. It's quite a big head. It's a huge head. Massive head.
It's Radar's head.
They call him Radar Head for a reason, He can pick up signals from outer space with his head.
Bleep bloop, bleep bloop.
Bleep bloop, bleep bloop, fleep bloop, ish gleep bloop. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean that just happened.
I mean, I would love to be able to see what they're drawing on the maps because for us casters, it's work filling the time between rounds.
Can you tell?
No, because we're so natural. Hey, as far as I am concerned, this could be just our podcast radar.
Don't. That was not the time to talk about the Crycast.
The Crycast? Is that what we're calling it? The Crycast?
Yeah, it's just the podcast.
Will you let me know if the round's starting and just I don't want to miss the beeps, but I'm pretty sure I won't. Gook is asking if anybody saw my face. Arsenic saying, very sexy snake. It's very sexy. It's just one big long rope.
Yep.
One long
face.
rope. My face equals
his
rope.
face.
Big ropey face. I look like Jessica Parker.
Ropey rope face.
I look like a horse.
He smells like a. Smells like a horse.
I have many talents. Having a horse face is
I
one
thought
of
he
them.
smelled bad on. I thought he smelled bad on the outside.
I smell bad on every side. Oh wait, that's not good.
Anyway, so I appreciate everyone's patience as
Yeah.
they watch.
Thanks for your patience,
on this
guys.
On this Sunday evening / day / morning, depending on which country you're in.
Woo.
Technical
What the-
difficulties coupled with the added aspect of the whiteboard means this 2-hour match, which I would have assumed would be maximum 2 hours, is actually stretching out to a 3-hour match. I believe for weather balloon that means it's now 1 in the morning. For
Oh
him.
my god.
Arguably, boss fights MVP against a very strong beginners. I can't really call
If
an MVP.
we
on
keep
because
doing this,
they've
we're
all
gonna
been
have to
playing
start
well.
paying players. Oh, here we go. We're getting ready to go to the next round.
Don't say that. They'll form a union.
Oh god. That the dreaded U word. Alrighty, so let's get set up. Let's drop the music and kick the tires and light the fires, because we're going into some gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. The thing you came here to actually see, it does happen from time to time. There's a clip going around on Twitch of Radar doing a piss poor impersonation of something, but I don't know what.
Thunder Pilot.
Ah, Blunder
Apparently.
Pilot.
Blunder Flylet. Alright, so we can see boss fight, beginners doing a center rush once again. You can see boss fight have rushed up to the middle ground, taking the bush. They're probably just going to sit. Oh, what the heck? Weather Balloon has got a shield and quite happy to be pushing forward right now.
Yep, he does not care. He is happy. He's rocking the shield and he's loving it. In comes the pre-frag. Not finding target. Smoils learning his lesson
Didn't
is
get
in a
spotted
new
in time.
spot now. He's outside the house. And as the attackers push in, they're going to pay the price. Oh, interesting. Frag coming out from Scorpio there.
Oh, they called it though. They called
Yeah.
it. They didn't get caught by
They
it.
were ready. Oh my god. A lot of action upstairs. Trying to catch it. Oh my god, the clearing is real. Wow.
Weather Balloon got taken down from behind though. The man with the shield no longer alive.
Yep.
But two defenders.
But they've cleared that middle house. Smoils. Smoils look.
Smalls rushing up now. They're not prepped.
Oh, they weren't watching the stairs. Smoils is dead. Scorpio's left on the inside. Is he going to try and get Smoils? Oh, he does get him. He gets him on
That's
the...
a great. Now 3 versus 2.
shit.
Scorpio almost taken down from Peasley then.
Wow. Incredible. Like, this is so intense.
Boss, look at all these dead bodies up here, man.
Yeah, it's
Like,
a graveyard.
On the camera, you can see all the dead bodies. Lots of goodies. Scorpio knows the play though. He can count the bodies. He knows there's 3 defenders down. He knows they're down 2 attackers. They know that puts beginners in a really tough position here. Legil against Killing. Are we going to see Legil
I'm
make a
surprised
successful
nobody
push?
picked up that shield just lying around there.
It's a really bad mistake because I mean, a free shield. You just put it on your back.
Oh,
it covers
Legil
your
about
back.
to go head-to-head with Dr. Killinger, potentially. He's not paying attention. He's got his iPad out. He's going to get and he gets dumpstered. Sloppy moves from Legil.
Yep.
And Killinger
Just
now
the
on the
worst
flank.
time to get your iPad.
Scooby going to get caught completely
Scooby-Doo.
unaware. This is the kind of move
Absolutely no idea.
that you want to see from a defender. They're reading the situation. They see the opening and they're looking for it. But Scooby's in a good spot. Maybe he's going to get spotted. Oh, he's turning around. Oh,
Scooby good.
Scooby's got the angle.
Scooby.
He gets the shot and he takes out Dr. Killinger, leaving just one defender
2-on-1
against
now,
2-on-1.
Peasley.
But Peasley is going to get the line on.
Eagle-eyed Peasley.
Peasley, oh my god, it's another offense round. This time the boss fight.
Look at the
Unbelievable.
celebration. I love VR. Look at them celebrating. Scorpio did pick up the shield in the end.
Did he?
It was
Oh, fair
4 of
play.
us.
I respect that shield pickup. That's where it's at, guys. My god.
Wow, great play.
What an intense round. I can't cope with this kind of action. I just can't do it. But what
No.
kills me
No, I-
is the downtime between these intense action rounds. You know, it's I'm just going to update the score, but like it's, you know, how could they
You're killing me here.
is he Doctor killing you?
Doctor killing me.
I know it didn't work out, but maximum props to Killinger for going around, like for making that play, putting himself out there. And again, there's a trade-off. It's a risky move, and a good team can counter it, like you saw.
How did Scooby know?
I think he heard him, or I think Killinger was messing with his equipment, and that gets very loud. Could have been an audio pop too.
Yes. Yes, I suppose it could have been audio pop. Whatever it was, Scooby turned at the right time to see the right thing.
He did.
That could have been quite the upset for boss fight then if he'd gone down.
He turned around. One might even say he turned around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely when Scooby's on the ground.
Yeah, I didn't know where you were going
I
with
don't
that
know.
one. I
I
couldn't
just
keep up
was
with you.
just running with it. I was just like, this is freestyling, Doc. Freestyle. Oh no, I
That's what we do,
accidentally
that's what we
loaded up
do.
this one image of Squigookin. I'm not sure if I can come back from this. Why do I have one image of Squiggook in here?
Sorry. I'm sorry, viewers. You don't have to hear this. I apologize. No one should be put through the torture we're putting you guys through.
There we go. Don't say I don't do nothing for your VR Master League people. I do stuff.
So I honestly didn't think that the boss fight's penetration
was that successful. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be. They cleared the center building.
Yeah.
Scorpio got a shoot. Like they took out like most of the defenders. The counterattack from Smoils, although he picked up one boss fight, got taken down by Scorpio.
Yeah.
Which left 2 boss fights in a really commanding position of the center building, putting and Legil was still alive as well. That put Killinger on the forced to do a flank round to try and come from behind.
Yeah.
Put Peasley in a really, really, really arduous position of being the sole survivor, defending the objective by himself against that center building when he doesn't, that gives height advantage to the other team, and he knows there's people in there, so he's focused on that and not on, for instance, Scooby, who's coming from a different angle.
Yeah, totally true. Again, I just thought that counter play from Smalls where he rushed up the stairs, and I think, did he get 1 or 2 people?
1.
All right. Still pretty impressive.
I agree.
Guka just posted a picture of me in the chat. I can't believe it. Guka, how could you? That's exactly who I am. How did you know?
Unbelievable.
Unfreaking believable. Are we going in the game yet, or can I move on? I found a shot of, I think it was one of the.
No, we are still waiting.
While
they are almost ready, I suppose. They're just still messing around on. I mean, this is how serious it is. This is game 1 of the season between the 2 top teams from last couple of the last always seasons of European League. These have always been the top 2 teams.
Yeah.
So this is down to the last round. If Boss Fight can hold the line, they take the series, and that's a big upset for beginners. And for most people would have been putting the money on beginners against Boss Fight. Maybe like a 60-40, like 6-4 split or whatever.
Yeah.
And now we're into the final round. Sorry, not the final round. Round 6. Let's see if Boss Fight can hold. 3-2 to Boss Fight. They're on defense. We haven't seen a successful defense round yet. They know what they need to do. Can they do it?
Yep, that's the question. Boss Fight on defense. If they hold this defense, they take the series. This is the game for the series.
Listen, Viper, I just said all of that. I still respect you, but a little bit less.
That's okay. I'm all right with that. Some pre-fires coming out from Boss Fight, and immediately
Weatherblue taking.
You know what's really interesting, right? As soon as those bullets started firing out, immediately everybody, and I'm watching this, everybody on beginners just ducks. That's pretty cool. Just take a quick look at the map.
Even better? Seeing people do that in ESL, seeing people in real life slamming to the floor like that in unison was a work of art. It was like poetry.
You couldn't make that shit up. Wait, you could, but that was still amazing. But what's really impressive here is just to see, again, coordinated play that's just improved season on season, and it's awesome. It's something to behold. And it's just going to show where VR is going to go in the future too.
Yep. So we can see beginners pushing up, looking for pick-off on any Boss Fight player. Boss Fight learning from previous lessons, being a lot more static than they were in that initial defense.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Scorpio trying to do a flank. We can see Weatherblue in a really pushed up position here, and that's fine.
Worth mentioning, Smalls was pre-firing over there. So Smalls of the LMG, sitting over here at this truck, was pre-firing this fence over here, which is typically a spot where people hide. So what you'll see from beginners is they'll line up around, they'll establish a perimeter about here at about 2 minutes, and they will pre-fire a series of spots before they go anywhere. Then they will smoke and push in. So yeah, really cautious play coming out as usual. Let's dim down the music. Really cautious play coming out, but it's.
Well, they know what's on the line here, right? I mean, look at Boss Fight.
Yeah.
3 behind this fence. If a beginners can penetrate, they'll clean up Boss Fight's line there.
Yeah.
It won't happen, I hope. Not because I don't want to see it happen, but just because it would be such a snafu to see 3 boss fights go down like that in this line.
But I mean, on that objective, would you not be pre-fragging the front garden?
I mean, if you have enough frags still left, yeah, I guess.
I mean, I would expect that. I'd expect a couple of pre-frags going out in the front garden there. At a minimum, pre-frag the front gardens. So here we go. As I mentioned, that line is starting to kind of take shape now. That pre-fire firing line that beginners love to use. And we'll see. And there's the pre-fire of certain spots going out. So again, Peasley pre-firing the fence on the left side of that building just over here.
Yeah.
If you're sitting there, you're dead.
But no boss fight there.
No.
No boss fight there. Nothing to worry about. They're aware of these pre-fire positions for the most part. And they're making sure not to be in.
Yeah. But what's going to catch boss fight off guard is when as they're sitting in here, frag grenades. I'm pretty sure they're going to pay the price for having a...
If there's a barrage line hits them, yeah, they're gonna fall like dominoes. But what's interesting here is Weather Balloon's position here.
Yeah.
He can easily get flanked to the right. Who's got coverage on him? Has Ligel got coverage to
They've all got various overlapping fields of fire.
Suppression fire, I love it. Going out from Smiles, he just wants to keep the heads down.
All that pre-fire.
Putting some suppression down as well.
Pre-fire. Just making sure clearing those spots where the area it's penetrable. You can shoot through the wood, so you might as well just pre-fire.
This is one thing the beginners do great. Is push, fire and move, fire and move, fire and move.
Yeah, and that is the key to maintaining successful offensive line. It's just fire and move. Don't stay predictable. Move as soon as you fired. You know they know where you are. You got to change your spot. Out come the smoke grenades.
But also they use the suppression. They make sure the suppression is going down when they move. Usually,
yeah.
They wait for the suppression, then they move his team.
Kenzai gonna get
Weather Balloon now. Weather Balloon could easily get flanked here to his right.
Kenzai's gonna look for him. Kenzai's not seen him.
Doesn't look for it. Makes the cross. Doesn't. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was such a free kill. Weather's not looking at all. Weather could look left, and he doesn't look left. He gets tagged. Sloppy defense. Out.
Really.
Here
really
come the
bad
frag grenades. Here they come, and first frag in. The gill down.
Really odd defense from Weather Balloon there, and Scooby could make the pickup
But
here.
it could have worked if he was looking the right way. It could have worked.
The gill taken out of it now.
Yeah. The rest of the frag grenade's gonna start rocking in there.
What is Scooby doing? He's open from the front now, from center building, easily taking it out. About 2 defenders now on boss fight down.
Yep.
3 defenders remaining. More grenades landing in. Or is it smoke? Nope.
I have a feeling beginners are going to make him pay for that defensive layup.
But listen, they're not dropping this objective in my opinion. That's the main thing for boss fight. Beginners pushing. They're looking strong here. 2 defenders down. Nothing to show for it.
Score currently 3 for 3.
Pardon?
Score currently 3 for 3 for both teams.
No, 3 for 2. Boss fight's leading.
Oh, boss fights. Oh, I thought beginners had. Oh, you're right. It is. I thought you're right. You're absolutely right.
So this is not the final round, although it could be if boss fight can hold, which is looking unlikely right now.
Yeah. Oh, peek. Like, Scorpio just peeked. Killender's gonna see him. Oh, Scorpio pops up and takes out Smalls.
Punishing. But he's not repositioning now. A grenade could punish him. And here comes the grenade.
Killender's looking for him. Oh, Peasley's right on the angle.
It's a smoke. Killing an awkward position here. Pre-firing on Scorp's position, taken down.
And boss fight are falling apart. With Scooby and Shark also.
Peasley,
Scooby's not seeing Peasley right in front of him. And they're falling apart. Sharku has to do something. A cap is going to happen. He gets killed, and it's 3 for 3. Cap almost takes place.
Beginners destroying boss fights.
They got absolutely demolished on that defense.
Now it's a shame Weather Balloon wasn't covering that corner, because if he had been, he could have picked up Kensai and then would have definitely repositioned and may have brought more to the fight. Fortunately, he was just zeroed in on that doorway and nothing came of it apart from a bullet to the side of the head. Beginners there punishing boss fights defense line.
Yeah, I mean, look, let's cut the guy some slack. It's like 1 a.m. his time. He's probably super tired. The game is never meant to go on this long. Like, I think we could definitely afford him a modicum of slack here.
Wow, 3-3 apiece. This goes down to the final round of the final map.
Yep,
This is what we want to see. Game 1 between beginners and boss fight, definitely. This is what we want to see. It doesn't matter who wins this. I think they'll both come away feeling like they've accomplished something because neither team is letting up.
Yeah, but you know what? Bizarre is no reflection on how the rest of this game has played out. Absolutely no reflection. Absolutely. Like, obviously a weak map for boss fight wasn't there. Maybe it wasn't around, but like. These last two maps have been just insanely intense.
Yeah. Every round so far. I mean, even though it was a 4 still up there, you know, it's still close ass rounds.
Yeah. Really close.
I still can't believe that Kensai made that cross and didn't check, and Weather Balloon didn't check.
Yeah. It's again like just so crazy how I mean maybe he heard noise, he was focused on something else, but you know, his ass was in the wind, how Kenzai didn't get him is a miracle, and you know he did get tagged eventually.
What was interesting again was Scorpio got the kill on Smiles, but then didn't reposition and was just, I mean, he got pushed down, too much pressure, fired from 2 different directions, didn't reposition. The only opportunity he did have, didn't take it.
Yeah, yep, hands down. He just. Oh.
McGill taken out with a predictable grenade. Scooby unable to make anything happen. He had a great position there. Shaku, I don't know what Shaku was doing in the center building as the enemy pushed in across the road. It just all fell apart for boss fight there. Beginners pushing from every direction at the same time, showing off.
But one thing I would say as well, boss fight did is they gave up so much ground. They gave up the entire map to the attackers. So really, probably wasn't the best move.
No, and they gave up the center building without a fight.
I mean, if they positioned a couple of their guys out in different positions, they could have at least gotten trays rather than getting completely curb stomped the way they did.
But beginners had a great spread, putting suppression on the entire front line, make it very hard for any boss fight to actually give each other like good coverage.
Yeah, hands down. I'm gonna.
It's 3-all now, going into the final round.
I'm trying to skip on a little bit. Jesus Christ, that is you.
ignore the scoreboard. The scoreboard
Ignore
is bugged
that.
at the moment, so I know it says 3-0 the boss fight. It is not 3-0 the boss fight.
It's the score is 3-3. This is the deciding one. The chances of a draw like Lemon Squad are slim to none. So it's just gonna decide the series this next round.
Boss fight beginners. Who will win?
Who will win?
One's
Only one can do it.
Dinky and the other one's thin.
All right, I think we're about to move into the next one. Don't worry, guys. I will show you Radarhead's face before this stream is over.
That's not necessary.
It's 100% necessary. It is demanded, in fact.
All right, so same objective for beginners to cover. Are they going to take similar positions?
Yeah.
Boss fight, unlikely.
No. But one thing I will say as well is this has to be, for beginners, the first round of the game where defenders have actually held off an attacker's squad. Like,
Yeah, it has to be the first defensive, successful defense on this map.
I think beginners already off the bat, they're playing this the right way. They're positioning aggressively, and nobody went down, but damn, that was close. I think Weatherballoon had a shield
3
with blocked
guys
bullets.
into the center building. But we've seen the center building fall multiple times. But what we can see now is that we've got protection. We've got Peasley waiting for a counterattack up there.
Oh, Weatherballoon's grenade failed. Unlucky.
Oh dear.
He is tired. He is clearly tired. He does not normally make mistakes like that.
Where's his coverage? He's one man with a shield.
No, they're following him slowly, but like this upstairs is gonna be a bitch for him to take, and he's going up.
He's not gonna take it.
He gets tagged. Oh, he doesn't. He's getting shot at a lot. Do you know what? There's 3 guys up there. Why bother? Why not just smoke the front of the house and take the
He
street?
doesn't know. How could he possibly know?
Scorpio's rushing, and he dies. Completely pointless rush.
Yep.
Why do they
Didn't
want
check
this
the
house so badly? Oh, another one dead, and another one dead, and it's just falling apart for boss fight.
But they've got a 2 down, not out. But Kenson's gonna get the reses. Unless Scooby can get in there, he's not rushing in there quick enough.
I mean, come on, rushing hasn't worked so far, and there goes another one for boss fight.
Oh, this is looking really bad for boss fight.
Really bad.
4 down,
Do you know what?
1 left.
Like, to be fair, beginners have earned it this far. They've held it well, and boss fight just keep playing into this whole. Oh my God, Legil is tired too. He just failed a grenade. But does he know he could just pick it up and throw it again? I mean, I don't know.
It's just a smoke grenade. He's not too bothered.
But you know the thing is, especially with that objective, why bother?
We need a solo right now.
Yeah.
We need a solo. That's what we need to see right now. I want to see a solo out of McGill.
I mean, with that objective, just smoke the shit out of that middle house and go fight across the road. Cut off 3 dudes. Watch the stairs. Connieberg tries to come down, and you own it. You don't need to go up there for this objective.
Weatherballoon, I think, got the grenade on 2 of them. Now, if Scooby had been a bit more proactive, he could have picked up Kensai, and therefore would have got 3 of them down. It would have been a 2-on-2.
But if you compare that breach to the one SP had yesterday, the really clean breach, like they didn't pre-grenade it. They just rushed. Scorpio just went straight up. Scorpio just went ham. Like he Leroy Jenkins. There was no grenade beforehand. He just straight up there, caution to the wind. And he got punished for it. That's only going to work so many times before it gets predictable.
I mean, it's a given. This is beginner's fight. It's going to take such a massive upset for boss fight to pull this out of the bag with McGill right now.
Let's see if we can jump into someone's perspective, and there it is.
Hats off to boss fight though. They put up a good fight. Brought it to the last round on the last map. This is not the first time It's been on Suburbia.
Super close.
The final round.
Oh, look, Woods rocking the shield upstairs. just to rub it in.
2 minutes 50 left on the clock. Like he'll
Look at the time.
looking for any opening.
If he's learned from the solo play, he'll make something happen.
Kensai making too much. Sorry, Kensai calling.
Oh, taking damage. He gets it down on Peasley.
Yep.
Well played, but he's taking a wound. He can't afford to take any more hits. And you know what? And we've seen this with Global Chem. Beginners now know where he is. They're going just to aggressively play into him. Here comes Woods with the shield.
It's going down. 3, 2.
No, he's still up. He's still good. He's still good.
Corner. Woods looking for him.
He needs to
Pre-firing that corner.
You need to double back. He needs to double back now. Like he is.
2 minutes
he's been
20 on the
made.
clock. He's gonna get caught down as he crosses. Misses an open shot. Woods coming from. He's gonna take him.
Oh, a trade.
And it's over.
But you know what? He played it out well. He did his best. I can't fault him.
A new player on boss fight. He did good showing there, considering he was the final man.
Yeah, that was it.
And Beginners takes the series.
Beginners takes the series.
But the first defense of this map to go successful, and it made the difference.
Yep. As like I said, being on offense is a lot less forgiving than being on defense. I find, especially on this map. And again, boss fight fumbled their offense with that middle breach, starting with Scorpio rushing up the stairs without pre-fragging. You know, even weather balloons early grenade leading in there was tired. I guess you know what I get the feeling the team kind of ran out of stamina by this last one. They were exhausted.
Stamina matters in this game,
It does.
you know, more than many other games. You know, it's such a physical sport, and you know, for some of them it's 1 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock at night. I've got work tomorrow.
Yeah. It's daunting.
Speaking of which, I've got work tomorrow, and it's 10 past 11.
Straight
I have
up.
to get up in 5 hours, so that's fantastic. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching. It was
no,
Beginners versus
don't go
Boss
anywhere
Fight,
just
but
yet, because
Beginners took the first map 4-0 on Bazaar against Boss Fight. Boss Fight took map 2, Quarantine, 4-2 against Beginners, and then the final map on Suburbia went 4-3 to Beginners. Beginners taking the series, what a match. Great plays for both teams. We saw a little bit of rough edges from Boss Fight and some predictability from Beginners. I'm sure they're going to both walk away from this match, take a lot with them, and be stronger for it. And I hope we get to see Lemon Squad, Silent Purge bringing it to both these teams this season.
There he is. There he is. Say hi, Radar.
Oh, you son of... Hi, Radar. It better be a good picture of me.
It was you on the Oculus doing a cool pose.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, if you've embarrassed me, don't forget. I have pictures of you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't show the ones without clothes off because it would say too much about you then.
I mean, I'm wearing a suit in most of those photos. You have to find one where I'm not
You're dressed like a penguin and you know it.
God damn it.
But that was an amazing series of games, or series of maps. Like, it was actually really close.
Absolutely.
Super close.
Rewarding. Not one-sided. All the way down to the last fucking map. Last round.
Yeah.
Couldn't have asked for better. Boss Fight are going to be kicking themselves. They came so close to taking off Beginners, but you know what? It was a great showing from them. I think they're still going to be G'd up after that.
Yeah.
And Beginners pushed to the edge, and they would have both teams will walk away from this having earned a lot of respect for each other, and also learned a lot of lessons that they're going to take forward in the rest of the season.
Yeah, and to be fair, I will say Beginners earned the victory they took. They cleanly took Bazaar without contest, and they held a great defense on that final round. You know, they held it tight. They got the reses. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah. And on that note, Viper, I think we should call it a night.
I agree.
It's been a pleasure casting with you. I'm afraid my throat has been hurting throughout this entire thing, so I haven't really been able to up my tempo. But,
no, I think, you know what, you held the show. We both held the show. The camera work hopefully was on point, and I didn't leave the overlay up much. So, yeah, it was good.
Thank you to Boss Fight and Beginners for putting up a great game. Thank you for the VRML League and ProTube for keeping this league going so that we can cast such great matches. And thank you, Viper, for being such a fantastic co-host.
And thank you, Radar, for also co-hosting in a competent way. You're great. Wow. Get out of here. But yeah, listen, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Radar kicked ass as a host as always. We've seen him in ESL, and we'll see him at Oculus Connect too, I hope. So yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
Peace.
All right. Good night, everybody.
They're all pushing together, all working in unison. Now we only have one Folk player left on the garage. It's Biggie Smalls. He has to survive. He can't kill for kill right now because there are 2 mass-up players. He has to survive this. He has 10 seconds remaining. Don't peek, Biggie Smalls. Stay there. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Sled moving out. Biggie Smalls moving back to the garage. 2, 1. Wow. Absolutely incredible stuff.
Interesting play by Kev right here on the on this wall. He almost turned the corner. I don't know if he heard Mad Eyes, but he is now peeking. He's trying to see if he can see anybody on these boxes. Mad Eyes is in the perfect position. I don't think Kev can see him. Mad Eyes is just waiting. Mad Eyes lets Kev walk all the way across. Did he not see him? Centaurian now walking front. Mad Eyes takes out Centaurian. Turn 6. What a play.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Danglers here. SFC Tactical using their momentum. Pwn kick on top of Stumpy, probably throwing him off. Sickness tossing a smoke. A nice grenade! Stumpy snagging 3! Completely shutting down their approach.
That Killinger going up to the 2nd floor. If they're not careful though, Gag's going to be able to shoot through the window. Gag's just playing a quiet game right here. Killinger is exposing himself almost slightly and taken out. That's all it takes. If a hand is barely exposed, he's going to be down and out for a counter, and he gets, oh man, Gag has put in some work.
From the stairwell. The smoke's coming in. The Global Camp trademark smoke penetration tactic. They're gonna get you lit. They're gonna get you buzzing. And then they're gonna come in hard. Can Phoenix hold them off? To topple the top dog of the US. Thunderpod stacking up with Jizzy Pants on the corner. Now come the hand signals. And no, rejection. He does not want to kiss. But Jizzy making a run for across the southern turnstiles. Smithy sitting on the corner of the L room. Fry's going in. Thunderpants rushing in. And oh, Smithy tags him with the SKS at close range. Meanwhile, Jizzy looking for a kill, tags Officer Statham. Maldo looks for Jizzy, doesn't catch him. Jizzy moving in. And oh, straight around the corner, Jizzy not finding his target. Maldo immediately falling back. And Maldo looking for Otto. Jizzy takes him out though. Smithy about to look at Jizzy Pants. And Smithy does take Jizzy Pants. Otto meanwhile looking for the 3 frag on Jizzy. Not finding 1-on-1. Oh, it's a trade versus Otto.